Floyd and he was me, he wouldn't never have to fight again because that exhibition shit, as me being his little brother, hey, little bro, we finna do 10 rounds and we both gonna get 100+ million for it.
Right.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well, I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due. Right.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes. Got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it. This channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme's sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. "4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
Fight fans, are you coming to New York for the Tank Davis Lamont Roach fight? Well, the JBT is hosting a meet and greet at the Rustic Corner Bar on Myrtle Avenue in Brooklyn, Friday, February 28th from 8 p.m. to midnight. So come meet some of your favorite JBT and YouTube boxing personalities, as well as special guests. The tickets are just $30, and that covers entry and food. There will be a cash bar and door prizes. So cash out $30 to JBT Network 1. That's JBT Network 1. Code MEAT on the comment line and reserve your spot today. Another great event brought to you by the JBT. Courtesy.
What's good? What's good? Salute to the fam. How y'all feeling today on this good Wednesday, man? We back to build on this boxing and give it its just due how we always do. Y'all make sure y'all do your boy solid. Make sure you smash the like button on the way in. Sub to the channel. Turn your notifications on. Share the live. Come build with the family. And again, if y'all gonna be in the New York area, preferably the Brooklyn area, come pull up on us at the meet and greet. Come have a good time. Come catch a vibe with the family, man. Come build with us, as we get closer to this, this fight week. I mean, this fight card this weekend, man, with Tank Davis and Lamont Roach. Come be in the building and be part of the festivities, man. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. We're going to build on this boxing for a little bit. You know how we do, man. Yeah, where we at on the likes? We at 1 million? Nah, yeah, we getting there. Shout out to my baby girl, the queen, Miss Jusdu, is in the building. And she coming through early, putting that color in the chat. Much love to the baby girl. She says support the channel, become a member. Jusdu is dope in his own right. 4 o'clock shorty, if you will, in your J Hardcore voice. Oh, Jusdu has merch. Yes, man. Miss Du is gonna be responsible for getting y'all everybody they t-shirts out. So y'all do pardon me, forgive me for the the hold up, but we got y'all. We're going to get that together, and we're going to make sure every last one of y'all get y'all some merch from Jusdueboxing. For sure. Y'all got my word. Shout out to my baby girl supporting the grind.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your Just Do.
Shout out to the queen. Stokes, what it do? Motown, my guy, what's good with it? Mike Mazak in the building. What's good, Brody? How you feeling? Thank Father. What's good? Peace to Melon and Queen. How you feeling? The dopest ma in the land. Manuel, what it do, family? My old neighborhood. Enjoy. Shout out to you, bro. Yeah, man. Y'all come through, man. I'm busy. What it do, homie? How you feeling, bro? Want to be sending them out soon. Just got sick and messed me all up. Yeah, they understand. Yeah, you know, we was down out of commission for a little bit. Well, the house was. Your boy Just was on the ropes fighting through. So we still here, but we going to make sure everybody gets their shirt accordingly. Like I said, as promised. So I appreciate y'all and everybody's patience as well, man. Like I said, if y'all going to be in that Brooklyn area, come pull up on us at the meet and greet and come have some fun. Come enjoy yourself. Come get some food. And most importantly, that good vibe with that good energy, man, from the family. You know, that's how we rocking. Shout out to my dog, man, Manuel, in the cash app for the 10-piece. Matching Miss Do. Much love to my guy, man. Appreciate y'all supporting the grind early before we even
And we ain't never got a box again. Well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your Just Do.
Shout out to Emmanuel. Much love, Brody. Appreciate that support. We gonna get to it, man. We gonna build for a little bit. Y'all already know it's fight week, so you know I like to build on the fights as they get closer. When we got these events like this one coming up, we done a little bit with the Saudi card. Y'all know how we do, and I wanted to kind of dive a little bit more into what is going to be the undercard of this fight, this card. You know what I'm saying? These fights on the undercard is going to be worth talking about as well. So if you're a person that's not too fond of Lamont Roach, you're not too high on that matchup alone, you got some other intriguing matchups on the card that, as fight fans, we should be able to enjoy for sure. You know what I'm saying? Now you're just going to spin a narrative that I was down and out because I was sick. Yeah, you was out of commission. You know what I mean, Joseph? What it do? Shout out to everybody in the building. We gonna build though, but yeah, this card is worth supporting. I think like I said, even if you're not too crazy about Lamont Roach as a matchup, as a opponent, you still got to respect him for going in there and challenging himself against one of the most absolute dangerous fighters of the sport. You get what I'm saying? So it just is what it is. If you really like boxing, if you like supporting these guys and their journeys, if you believe that Lamont Roach deserves support, well, there you go. You got Gary Antuanne Russell. He's coming off his first loss of his career, right into a title shot with a dangerous Rayo Valenzuela, who's coming off a very convincing win over Pitbull Cruz with his title on the line. You get me? So you got the young Yoenis Tellez challenging the vet and J-Rock, He trying to test his skills against him. That's an intriguing matchup. You got Puyo, Sandor Martin. It's just a solid card, man. I'm not tripping on it. It could always be better, but at the end of the day, it's boxing. It's a card. I'm familiar with the guys on the card, and I think it's solid. Sharp Tooth said this pay-per-view gonna flop hard. It'll be a first, It'll be a first if that's the case. You know what I mean? GQ, what's good with it, fam? How you feeling? Yeah, man, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button for your boy. We're going to build on this, though. So, in terms of it flopping, I don't know. I'm seeing mixed reports. I see some people saying that the fight or the card in itself is not selling and, still a lot of tickets available. We hear this kind of stuff all the time, bro. I think right now, at the end of the day, man, it's just let it happen, right? Just let it happen. We'll deal with that as it comes. But for me, the only reason I would want to see the card do well, obviously, because it's boxing. We wanted the better boxing does, the more eyes you could bring to the sport, you know what I mean? The better the overall product can be. So I'm genuinely rooting for the success of the card for boxing, not just for any one fighter. I don't want to see no cards flop. You get what I'm saying? It just is what it is. I think Tank, gonna go out there and do what he normally do. So just gonna have to wait and see. I don't know if it'll flop. I don't think it's going like, you know, in terms of ticket sales, I don't think it's gonna break no pay-per-view records, right? But at the end of the day, you know, team fights do extremely well. So I don't anticipate this one doing anything different outside of the norm, right? If it were to flop, that would be a bit of a surprise, right? You know what I mean? Because his fights do well, they don't flop. So we're gonna see. We'll find out. To my baby Carol, be getting her membership back. Much love. Shout out to all the channel members as well, man. I appreciate y'all always rocking with your boy.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
I just want the truth. I like that because that's what I'm about. I just want the truth too. I got J-Rock or Tellez. We can talk about it because that's why we're here to deep dive on this card a little bit before I get into the Lamont Roach Breakfast Club interview. He touched on some things in there, man. It was pretty good. They had Ak and Barak up there also answering some questions. It seemed like a good conversation. I didn't watch it all, seen a little bit. So we gonna rock out with that too. Shout out to Rick Timms, my guy, 5 boxing fans said, J-Rock, look, I was asking the question, you know, it's gonna be the vet against the youngin. You know, J-Rock being the vet, obviously, in this situation. He's seen better days for sure. We just being honest. He's seen better days, but you know, one of his more recent fights with Adames, man, I thought he really pushed well against Adames. I thought he fought back hard. Thought the stoppage was a little premature, but it just is what it is. Adames went on to win that fight. But J-Rock, like I say, he's a guy that has been around for a while. Like, he's seen better days. At one point, he definitely was one of the best 54-pounders in the world. So he not exactly in his prime. He's not a guy that I think needs boxing, right? I don't think he has to be doing this. So there's always that question as to how hungry he still is in terms of being, you know, being a world-class or a top guy in the sport, being an actual a threat. You get what I'm saying? A problem. So he got his work cut out for him. Look, Tellez is young. He a young guy and hungry. He don't got a shit ton of fights. J-Rock definitely got the experience over him, but we all know experience just don't win alone. You gotta go out there and fight. And I think it's gonna be a tough fight for J-Rock, but at the same time, it could be a good test for Tellez. I think this is the best and most notable name that he would have had been in the ring with up until this point. And although J-Rock's seen some better days and he got some scar tissue around the eyes that be giving him issues, he still can fight when it's all said and done. It's just the question of how much do he got left in the tank. We've seen vets pull out vintage performances against these younger guys coming up trying to, you know, put the beats on them, right? So this is like, I don't even know if to call this as a crossroad fight, but you know, any loss for J-Rock from this point on is just gonna be more writing on the wall and people calling and demanding that he retire. So I think he's in an interesting situation in his career, or interesting point in his career where he don't necessarily want to come out here and lose. And I never seen J-Rock go out there and just be an opponent, right? And not try to win and not give himself a chance to win. You've never seen that. So Tellez is a young kid. He can box. He got some power, you know, got some good pop on his punches, but he's young in the game. And the question for me is it too early for Tellez? You know, do J-Rock still got enough to upset this youngin on his way up, right? Because he trying to climb up. Remember, he using J-Rock as a springboard to get to the next level. So is J-Rock is, I'm pretty sure with him being a veteran, he's very aware of they pretty much putting him in there because they think the youngin is going to beat him. You know what I mean? Is J-Rock damn as good as yet? Hope not, man. Yeah, man. It's unfortunate. I know he's seen some better days for sure, but it's going to be tough. Mr. Empire, what it do? 34 plus 24. I mean, versus 24. Yeah, man. It's a step up for sure for Tellez, though. John Wick, what it do? What's good with his J-Rock done? I mean, this would definitely be an indication of where exactly he at still in his career. And like I said, not to dismiss him as a talent because he's still at. It's just how much he got left. Like, where is he at? Like, physically. You know what I'm saying? I know what he can do when he in shape and on the top of his game, but like I said, you know, after having multiple losses, knockout losses, you know, scar tissue, inactivity, you know, he got a kid and all types of stuff. Like he don't have to be doing this. Like I heard he's done right with his money. So he's not a guy that's pressed for money. He's not still doing it for that. So my question is, you know, is he a guy that, you know, is unwilling to just let it go and hang him up, or is he still really got something to be fighting for, right? Like what's his end game? Like is he still looking to try to compete with the absolute top guys in boxing in the division, right? Do he still believe in himself in that way? Is he still hungry? Is he still motivated to win? Because like I said, he's had a pretty lengthy career. He's the vet now at this point, 34 years old. It's not going to get easier. And make no mistake, they putting Tellez in there, him being a young guy, because they feel like, you know what I mean? They feel like he could go out there and win. You get what I'm saying? So J-Rock gotta, you know, prove him wrong, man. You really do. And it's gonna be a tough fight to do it against this young, hungry, scrappy kid that wanna, you know, that's coming to fight. And he got Ronnie Shields in his corner, which will do wonders for him. You get what I'm saying? It'll do wonders for him, having Ronnie Shields in his corner. You know, J-Rock 29-4. Got the one draw way earlier in his career, 17 knockouts. He's been stopped 3 times out of the 4 losses. You know, his last fight was in January of last year. So that's the last time he fought. He did win by second round KO. Now he's fighting the young Yoenis Tellez, who's 9-0. You know, 9-0, 7 KOs. He's 24 years old. Like we mentioned, 5'10", 74-inch reach. He coming to do work. You get what I'm saying? So it's not going to be an easy fight. He's a Cuban fighter. He damn sure got some talent. He got some skill. This going to be a tough fight for J-Rock, man. This going to answer all the questions that I think anybody still have for J-Rock, right? Like how much you got left. If you should still be doing this, can you still compete at the world level? Or are you now just like going to be a gatekeeper / journeyman, right? You don't need that title. So I think depending on how this fight play out will determine exactly what J-Rock do from this point on and how far, you know what I'm saying, how far he go. Because, again, it's if he go out here and lose, and Tellez got mostly knockouts. Like I say, 9-0, 7 KOs. You know, J-Rock got the scar tissue. Some people question his punch resistance not being really where it needs to be. So I think that shit just could make the fight really tough for him, bro. You got a young guy that's really going to be trying to push the issue, and he got a hell of a trainer. Now, on the other end, J-Rock got Breadman. So Breadman's a hell of a trainer in his own right, but the difference is he's just working with a much older vehicle in Julian Williams at this point. And my thing is, can he really get up for a young guy like Tellez, right? Could he have one of those vintage J-Rock type performances and go out here and upset this young guy? Because I'm pretty sure the young guy going to be the favorite going into this fight because they feeling like it's it for J-Rock. So that's my question for him. And like I said earlier, I know he's full aware of where he's at in his career and why he's being put in this fight against this guy. You got to think. You got over, 30 fights, J-Rock? Get me? You got over 30 fights, and this dude got 9. This would be his 10th fight. Like, they putting you in here to be fooled. You know what I'm saying? Crush the Legend. What's good with it, bro? Say these fighters don't fight enough. Yeah, that's true, but Ace, what's good with it, family? Poi, what's good with it? Respect to Julian for taking the fight. Absolutely. Thanks, my God. What it do? I think the thing is, Jordan Smith, what it do to boxing source in the building? What's good, fam? I think the thing is, when you're younger, you definitely want to stay as active as possible. But I think as a vet, when you've taken losses and you had tough fights and things like that, inactivity could kind of affect you differently, right? Like it's never good to just be inactive per se, right? But I think as you get older, you learn to manage without having to be as active as you typically are as a young fighter coming up. You get what I'm trying to say? Like that activity has a tendency to slow down as you get up there in age and then the back half of your career. And that's where J-Rock is at. So what I'm saying is, inactivity can work against him or it could be good in terms of him just being a vet and being able to rest his body and get back in there, right? You get what I'm saying? Not having to physically put so much wear and tear on the body because, you ain't exactly no spring chicken, right? It's a matter of just working smarter, not just harder. And that's what J-Rock is at. And he got to show if he's been able to preserve himself through this inactive period that he's been dealing with, right? Because like I told y'all, the last time he fought was last year, January. That's the beginning of the year. So here we are. This is the beginning of the year, but we in March. I mean, well, we headed to March, should I say. So we're going to be in March pretty much when he fights. So it's been a while. It's going to be over a year. But like I said, is that going to work totally against him, or is it going to allow him to be a little bit preserved because he ain't had to put his body through the rigorous training camps and, you know, grind is often as he used to, right? I just don't know. For me, I know it's going to be a tougher fight with him just being a guy that's been around for a while. He still don't got to do this. You know what I mean? My question is if he really getting up for this fight, and do he got enough still left in the tank to upset a young, hungry guy and Tellez that's going to be coming to win? Because make no mistake about it, Youngin got some scrap with him, and he got some pop on them punches. Like I say, he got Ronnie Shields in his corner, which is always going to be a plus. Plat Boy plays. What it do, homie? Gary Antuanne, my favorite fighter. Yeah, man, I'm happy to see him back. 2 cents. What it do? Everything by John was good with it. J-Rock's going to have a tough one on. Yeah, he's going to have a tough one on his hands. Very good fighter, boxing source, man. And like I said, Ronnie Shields has just been working with that dude and molding him and shaping him into being a dangerous Cuban fighter on the come up. So J-Rock definitely going. He in one of them situations where they trying to show him the way out, and that's the question: is J-Rock going to allow Tellez to show him the way out, y'all? They trying to show J-Rock the door. They like, yo, bro, you 34 years old. You was already a champion before. You was a unified champion. Like you had your time. You get what I'm saying? That's what they trying. They like, look, this is the way to the door. You don't want to quit. We're going to put you in here with Youngin. We're going to see how you fare against him and see what you want to do after that. And that's where J-Rock is at. They putting him in there. They basically trying to say, hey, J-Rock, the door is that way, bro. I think it's time to hang him up. That's what they trying to say to my guy. But you know what? I love a good comeback story. You know, I love to see people get counted out and bounce back. And like I said, J-Rock has been counted out, whether good, bad, or indifferent, for some good reasons, some of the right reasons. But you can never fully count somebody out that truly understands the sport of boxing, has a damn good trainer, and every time he get in there, he competes. Like J-Rock don't just lay down for you. So it's how much, you know, what version, what point is he at in his career, right? How, are you going to look like this 34-year-old that's past it? Or are you going to be able to look sharp and be able to hang with this youngin? Because they're telling you, J-Rock, they're trying to show you the door, G. You get me? They trying to show you the door, and they using Tellez to do it. So you got to let them know, look, I ain't ready to go through the door yet, bro. I ain't ready to hang him up yet. Can he show us that? Can he really win? Because just competing and doing well and losing wouldn't be good enough for him. That's not going to suffice. Like, he had a much different point. He need wins because it's all about winning at this point. It's win or go all the way home and probably back home permanently. So that's what I want to know. Like, what's J-Rock's sense of urgency in this fight? Because I'm rocking with him, the vet, man. I ain't saying he going to win, but I ain't counting him out for sure. You know, I like J-Rock. Always have. Got to see him fight live, you know, once earlier in his career. I like it, man. I like J-Rock, but that's what my thing, man, is J-Rock, are you ready to go, yo? Are you ready to walk through that door? Are you ready to take them gloves off for good and say, you look, man, that's it? Like, that's where I'm at. Is it going to be a sense of urgency in this fight? Because you can't play with this youngin. Youngin going to try to knock you out. I ain't even about to play with it, man. Let me speak on this, man. Tellez is a good, young, up-and-coming Cuban fighter with Ronnie Shields. You've seen the kind of work that Ronnie Shields was able to do with David Morrell, with him having minimal fights and going in there and really being able to push Benavidez in ways that a lot of his other opponents haven't. Now, he didn't get the win, but you see how well he was able to compete. And that's a prime Benavidez we talking about. So Tellez is not in there with exactly a prime J-Rock. So is he going to go in there with that mindset like, look, this dude is past it. I'm getting him out of it. Like, you get me? Young and coming to scraps. He coming to knock him out. I'm telling you. Yeah, he gonna box, but make no mistake, he want to knock J-Rock out. I'm telling you, he's seen the fights, he know the history, he know he done taken losses. I'm pretty sure he's aware of the scar tissue and around the eyes. Like, Tellez gonna try to knock him out. Tellez gonna try to knock him out. But like I said, my question for J-Rock is J-Rock going, bro? Is J-Rock ready to go? That's my question for the vet, man. Is J-Rock ready to go, man? Because they trying to show my guy the door. You know what I'm saying? He got to let them know, look, we ain't going yet. We ain't going just yet, bro. So remember like how they slipped Gabriel Rosado in there with Beck the Bully. See how he sparked him. You get what I'm saying? Who they put remember they put Anthony, what was it? Anthony Durrell in there with one of them youngest coming up. Didn't he spark him? Like, is it gonna be one of them performances? Like, can he pull that out? Can he do that against Tellez, who right now is, looking good right now? He doing his thing. He winning fights. He getting knockouts. He on point. He got the Ronnie skills tutelage by his side. You get me? He can go far. He's in a really good position. Is he ready to step up and go to that next level? Because that's what that'll be. Is he gonna make a statement on J-Rock, or is J-Rock gonna put a stop to the youngin? You know what I'm saying? Could be an intriguing fight. Because look, I'm being serious. If you're not doing this strictly for money, and let's be honest, J-Rock is not doing it just for money. So is he going in there to actually win or just compete and hang around? That's what I want to know. And every time I've seen him in the ring, he go in there to try to compete. But we know sometimes, when Father Time is on your back, Father Time is on your back. So that's what I'm looking for. Is Father Time going to be front row and center? Is J-Rock going to look like a dude that used to have it, or used to? Know what I'm saying? Or is he going to really be able to hang in there with the youngin? That's what I want to know. I think it's a good fight, though. It's a good fight because it answers questions on both ends. It answers exactly what J-Rock has left, how hungry he is. If he still want this, can he still compete at a level that's deemed respectable to continue his career? Or is he ready to go home for good and hang them things up, right? This going to prove if Tellez is really where he needs to be, or is he on that level? Because he in there with a vet, and that could easily go bad for him. It could. I've seen it a million times. We've all seen it. So that's all I'm saying. The possibility is just there. You can't just treat J-Rock like he's some run-of-the-mill guy. But I'm telling you, make no mistake, Youngin gonna be confident. He gonna be coming forward. He gonna be trying to win. You get me? So let's see what J-Rock got for the Youngin. Vito and Trucker, two of those fighters. Yeah, I like them too. Like both. Like Vito a lot. J-Rock is fighting during Ramadan. He can't rehydrate properly. You might be on to something. That might be a problem, bro. Where man has an opportunity to get another upset. Yeah, Brad, man. Yeah, J-Rock against a young fighter. Cameron Davis got the one over Elijah Garcia. That's a fact. Boxing source, that is a fact, my guy. Philly hot right now. Maybe there's magic in the air. You get me? Vera Cannon, what's good, family? How you feeling? Tank and Roach, we gonna get to it. We rolling right along. We gonna definitely get to that though. Shout out to you, bro. Appreciate you pulling up. Cornelius, my guy, what it do? Tank show up in the open workouts. I didn't even catch that part of it, yo. I didn't even get to see. Hold on, is it still on? Are they still on? I'll go to it. Let me see something. But yeah, I smashed that like button. Let's keep rocking. Let's keep building. Let's see. J-Rock can avoid that big right hand, and he'll do fine. I think so too, because Tellez is not fully he's not a finished product yet, Roja. You get what I'm saying? And he still make mistakes. He's still young. He still got some of that young boy energy about him, right? But he got the Ronnie Shield schooling that's able to kind of keep that in check or kind of mask some of that by keeping him disciplined and sharp, right? So let's see, man. He's not fully developed, Joe. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, J-Rock got to take advantage of that. He got to understand this dude ain't a finished product yet, and he definitely got to be able to avoid that money shot, which is the right hand. That's a great point. I'm telling you, got to. Cal Cooler, man, my guy. What's good with it, bro? Favor G's in the building. What's good, bro? Who's still out here waiting? I'm glad I didn't go. Where at? Waiting where? Where they? Oh, still waiting for him to get in there. Shocked me when he KO'd Sergio Garcia. I'm telling you, bro, these KOs sometimes they could just come out of nowhere. They could just come out of nowhere, man. Like, you just never know. That's why boxing is really the theater of the unexpected, and you just gotta love it, bro. Gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. We gonna see. Walking in now. Oh, there you go. He in the ring now. In the ring, yeah, he finds. So J-Rock is fighting during Ramadan. Oh yeah, he gonna listen. He putting it all on the line, bro. He putting it all on the line. But let's pause Let me hit the pause on that real quick. Let's see something.
As we can all see, people are excited to have you here in Brooklyn. Going to Barclays Center for the fourth fight. You're 3-0 going into this. What is it about Brooklyn that you enjoy fighting here in this city?
Cuz?
The atmosphere, it's great
How you
people.
feeling?
That's in New York. I won my first championship here. Just excited to come back and do what I do, and that's put on a great performance come March the 1st.
Now, I know you moved your camp for this one to Washington, D.C. You said you wanted to get used to the cold. You wanted to change things up a little bit. What was that camp like for you going to D.C. and training for this fight?
It was cool. Just staying with the people I train with, it was great. Great people to train in, people that I grew up with in the gym. It was fun. It was fun. It was bringing the amateur style back in the sport.
Now, we spoke to Roach earlier today at the open workout.
Not the amateur style that people be shitting on, Tank. Not the amateur style that people shit on.
Tank likes to troll people,
Rome,
especially going into a fight.
This
and he's
Tank
like,
talking.
I like to troll back. What is he in for this Saturday night?
Yeah, a rude awakening for sure. He just doing what you have to do, trying to psych yourself out for the fight and things like that. But come March the 1st, it's all about skill versus skill, and who has the better skill that night is going to be the victorious person.
Now, in 30 fights, you've had 28 knockouts. What is that like? 94% knockout percentage. What's that like for you when you sleep a guy, knock him out? And, many consider you the biggest, hardest puncher, in all of boxing in regards to where you're at in your weight class and how you consistently are just knocking guys out. What's that feeling like when you do?
It actually feel like a home run, like when someone hit the bat and it just right on the target and it go far. It's just like that. So that's how I feel when you actually hit somebody on the butt and you know that you catch them real good. So that's how I feel for me.
Now, going into this fight against Lamont Roach, this is your first fight for 2025. What are you hoping to accomplish this year in 2025? And it all begins this Saturday against Lamont Roach.
Stay in the ring more this year for sure. I probably got hopefully I got 3 fights this year. Hopefully. But I'm looking forward to Lamont Roach come March the 1st, and we'll figure out after that.
Now, we're obviously going to hear more from you guys tomorrow at the final press conference, but as we kind of let you go and do your thing, what's your message to fans watching at home, people that are looking to come, still trying to buy tickets? You broke the record the last time, the highest grossing gate for a boxing event at Barclays Center. There's been word that you're looking to break that record again this Saturday, March 1st, break your own record. What can fans expect between you and Roach Saturday?
Just fireworks, man. Just 2 kids that's coming together to put on a great performance. I know I train hard for this camp and things like that. So just fireworks, man. You had someone that's sharp, fast, explosive, and Lamont is sharp himself, and he's explosive. So it's just gonna be a bang come Saturday night, and the fans won that night.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome once again the champ, one of the biggest stars in all of sports.
That was Tank, man. He said it's going to be fireworks, man. So I guess he about to warm up. I see Coach Calvin there doing this thing. Yeah, man, this is, people gonna be tuned in as they always are to watch these fights, man. No, this one would be no different, man. People complaining, but I'm telling y'all now, just like with any Tank fight, they'll complain, but they gonna know exactly what happened every round, how he looked, you know what I'm saying? They gonna know. They're gonna be right there, hate watching like they always do. It's no different. He gonna go out there and do his thing. He said Zippy can't provide personality, and if you do his terrible. You stupid. You dumb, bro. That man said Zippy can't provide personality. That man like watching paint dry, huh? But yeah, man. So there you go. Dante's boxing talk. He said he looked like he just woke up. Like he was sleepy, right? And then woke him up out of slumber. But look, Lamont Roach said he ready to go. He said he testing Tank Chin. In a minute, we're going to get into his Breakfast Club interview as well. We're going to listen to some of that. That's a new one. You know what? We're going to have to listen to what he had to say going into that. He spoke on some things. And like I said, they had Ak and Barak in there as well. So it seemed like a good sit down. So we're going to watch that. Tell them all, Shakur, Devin, and Tank. I bet he gonna show up late to the press conference tomorrow too. You know how he be doing, fashionably late. Hopefully Roach can rise his stock after getting slept. It depends on how he go. You get what I'm saying, Roger? He can't go out like Willie Lump Lump. You get me? Can't go out like Willie Lump Lump, G. He gotta go out there and fight for real, for real. That's what he gotta do. He gotta fight. He got a real fight on his hands, but he said he confident, man. He ready to go. Said he testing Tank's chin. He said he gonna see if Tank could take his power. So he talking that talk. I ain't saying he gonna go out there and blitz him. I don't anticipate that. But I definitely think he gonna do his best to try to withstand what's coming back at him, right? My question is, how smart can he be for how long, right? And how consistent will he be with in any aspect of this fight from offense transitioning into defense, right? How consistent can he be? How smart, how sharp, how effective can he be throughout this fight? Because you can't just be, getting through the rounds. You gotta make these shits count. So Lamont Roach got his work cut out for him for sure. But I think the fact that it is boxing, is mano y mano, is two men fighting against each other. He gonna do his best. It's just gonna come down to skill, just like Tank said. It's gonna be skill versus skill with experience, things of that nature. And then the biggest separation between them, the biggest obvious separation is the power, right? And if it's not a matter, for me, it's not a matter of just withstanding that power, because that's not a good it's not something that you want to test out, but you want to know, can you avoid the power, right? Those kill shots. Can you avoid those moments where his feet planted and he just ripping you, right? Can you avoid getting hit with a shot you don't see? Can you be fast enough, disciplined enough, sharp enough? Can you do that? You get what I'm saying? That's my question for you. And I just don't know. You know what I'm saying? Hope you call Keyshawn to fight, so Keyshawn can smoke Tank next. Listen, somebody that we want to see him fight next. I know what it's for. Oh. Let's keep rolling. We're going to keep rolling. Let me put this up here, though. I got to add this. Y'all smash the like button for me. Let's build, man. Appreciate the support, too. We're going to keep rocking. I'm looking for some. Okay. Errol Spence funny as hell, bro. Errol Spence been tired of y'all on the low. Spence been tired of y'all talk trash talk, man. Spence tired of the fans, man. Spence getting sick and tired of you guys. I'm trying to tell you. All right, we're going to get to this, though, man. We're going to get to this Breakfast Club interview, y'all. We're going to get it. We're going to get to it. Because, and I got this, is they done with the weigh-in thing or not? I got this on the other phone, so we're gonna see. Big Dog Willie, my guy, coming through with the 2-piece. Said, just dude, did Schofield win Capper the year early? I think he did, bro. I don't think it's no way. I think he's so far ahead in the polls, Big Dog. I think he's so far ahead in the polls that there's no way anybody can outdo him. There's no way. There's no way Bill could never outdo him. There's no way. He reached another level, bro.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Not for the boxers, but for the fans. Oh yeah, for sure, man. P. Hunter, what it do? Tank calling out anyone he catching with the axe of Foley, banana, and the tailpipe. Yeah, if he do, you know they gonna be on him. You know they ain't gonna let that slide. He gonna have to call somebody out. He gonna have to. Just because he said it. Simply because he said it. You know, shout out to whatchamacallit. Appreciate the 3-piece, man. Much love.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Yeah, we got an interview from them too. That's a recent one that they did with the Boxing Voice too, trying to do damage control. Like I'm following that story till its entirety, till all the truth and all the details come out, and I'm gonna keep, you know, like documenting and highlighting each one of these interviews that he do, putting his foot in his mouth, because that dude's a stone cold liar, man. That dude's a stone cold liar, man. Then he said he want actor of the year. Man said he's so far, he's so far ahead in the polls, G. It's over, man. Like, ain't no way somebody coming back. He running laps. He literally lapped guys at this point. Like, there's no outdoing Floyd Sr. There's no outdoing him. Hell nah. Kid his father was on some diabolical capping. And it's crazy because he took his son for the ride, you know? Just would never tell the truth. His son was having issues with getting down. Man, boxing source, my guy. You get me? You get me. But then got hit with the flu bug once he reached out. You get me. He was having some issues, bro. Started admitting that. He blames Shakur and his team. Big mistake. You feel me? Shout out to boxing source, man. Another one that's saying the same thing I was telling y'all. Told y'all, man. And he it's not a good look when you claim that he almost died and all of this, and then he's right back in the gym. That's different than just being dedicated. We would think you're being foolish because he's right back in the gym when you say he just was about to die. Don't you think he would need a couple days of rest, at least a few days, a week off or something? No, he's right back in the gym working, right? That's why I don't believe nothing he said. That dude full of it, man. Full of it. Blamed everybody under the sun. So they're not supposed to be doing any. Hey, John Wick, bro, you hear me? Bro went on a damn spree. He went on a damn spree, putting his foot in his mouth every single time. That we gonna get into the boxing voice one too, but we definitely gonna, listen to this Lamont Roach joint because it is their fight week. If Tank do one, I'll play his as well. If he do one later on, end up on the Breakfast Club, I'll talk about that. Shout out to Big Dog Will. He said Bill do have a bigger body of work over the years, for sure. But for far as for the year, though, Big Dog, yeah, he can sit this one out. He ain't got a shot winning this year, bro. He ain't got a shot.
What? This not funny. How am I supposed to get home? Hold on. Sit down. Hold on. Here. $2. Take the train.
Shout out to my homie Big Dog Willie. Appreciate you. Yeah, he definitely got. But you know what? He been around a little longer. That's all, Big Dog. He been around. With the work that Schofield been doing this year, bro, he told enough lies for at least 2 years. Maybe 3. That each one, if you just break them down, he was on a rampage. Boxing expert, what it do, homie? How you feeling? K Causey, what's good? Zach B, my guy in the building. Rob, what it do? Auntie Daddy's out of control. I'm telling you, it is why y'all say don't diabolical line on Big Floyd part. Yeah, Big Senior, Floyd Senior was diabolical with the line. Schofield Senior. Let me be clear. They ended that part of the you got closer to God. I'm tired. You heard him saying all that 2 cents, man. He was tripping, bro. Marcus, what it do, homie? How you feeling? Man, the lies was going. Them lies was out of control, G. Them lies was out of control, B. I'm telling you. They was out of control. Let me see. Oh, shit. My bad, y'all. Out of control, bro. All this damn line, man. All that damn line. That's going to catch up to him. Now your son got to sit around and answer for everything you told a lie about. It's crazy work, bro. Craziest shit you could see in boxing today. I'm telling you. My boy Ben, when you need the dream back in the ring. I think he can.
The Breakfast Club.
I think he that fight, bro. That's what I think he doing. I think he locking in for that fight. Cause Dev got a real fight on his hands coming up, and I think because it's big, it's very important because it's the return of Devin Haney, is him being done with the 140-pound weight class, is him trying to bounce back after the Ryan Garcia debacle that didn't go his way, that people felt like is going to impact his career for the worse. So I think right now, if Devin is quiet, him and Bill, I think they were in the lab. I think they working. I think they trying to put Devin in the best position possible to win this next fight. And that's good because I'm truly rooting for him to bounce back. Ryan's a buster because of the way he handled everything with that situation. He could have dealt with it better, but like I say, I'm rooting for Dev to get back. Bill never says SWAT came to his house. That's what I'm saying. Pistol whip line. What it do, homie? Pistol whip was to the hospital for anxiety. We gonna get into some more of them, right? I'm gonna let Lamont Roach real quick. I'll say this and I'm gonna let it keep rocking. As far as like, I agree with that, Cal. I think it's both though. I think the pirating could be affecting the sport, but it's easy to just blame that. See, we the fight fan too. We the consumer as well, Cal. So we look at it like, are you giving people their money's worth too? So that you got to check those boxes. You can't just expect people to pay for stuff that they deem not worthy because you do. And that's what I'm saying. That's why it's very important for boxing to get to a space. And I know it's possible for them to give us more bang for our buck. You get what I'm saying? Putting on the best and most competitive matchups, not necessarily just names, but matchups and fights. I think, making sure people have an overall interest in the sport again. I think that's how you do it, giving people their money's worth, giving people a reason to stop and go in their pocket and say, you know what, I'll pay for that. That's what Two Cents is saying. Provide value worth paying for. That's real. But stop stealing fights too, especially when they're good. And I think history does show, though, to a degree, even when they really, really give us something that we want, it usually do well. It'd be argument that things could do better, but it usually do well. When they really give us something they want, no casual even knows what the zone is. $225 a year, pretty steep these days, yeah. But who has $20 to $80 every weekend? Nobody. Damon, what it do, homie? Nobody. That's why somebody, what my guy Cal said, it lack of free fights hurting the sport. I agree with that as well. That's a great point. We need more free fights. That's why I said I never understood boxing fans making fun of people that fight on free TV. Y'all silly because that helps you, the consumer. You shouldn't have to pay for every single boxing match that you watch. And for those that's able to put together a really good card and make it either inexpensive or, dare I say, free of charge, they winning, man. They gonna always, people gonna be able to get behind that and support it, because every card should not be something that we gotta stop and say, yo, here go $80, here go $100. People don't have that money like that. It's definitely when you're not giving people exactly what they want. Yeah, they gonna steal fights for sure. So we gotta do a better job, or should I say they gotta do a better job at providing us with a better overall product and giving people a true reason to want to pay for fights rather than stealing. You know what I'm saying? Think it should be free. I get it, but I think he'll hold his weight, though. You know what I'm saying? I think he'll hold his weight. You get me? I think he'll hold his weight.
This card.
Nah. But check it though. Banks. I hear you 1,000,000%. I hear you 1,000,000%. But just think about it though. You got people that really want to support the sport, but just don't have it, right? You get what I'm saying? It's not. I'm not speaking. I'm not justifying. Not the people that steal. You have genuine, hardworking people that can pay for a fight here or there, but you get what I'm saying? It probably won't be with the consistency that people would like to see it with if they're not constantly getting their money's worth, right? They might pick and choose which fights that they're gonna pay for, right? So like I get exactly what you're saying, but what I'm speaking to is how expensive boxing really could be. You get what I'm trying to say? Like it's some people that ain't, they got their priorities straight and they just, they love them some boxing, right? So they matter too. So I just speak to those people. Like some of these cars do get steep. It do get expensive. Like if you really just look at it, like you paying, people got the zone for the year, then you paying for pay-per-views on top of that all throughout the year. You get what I'm saying? It get a little pricey. That's all I'm speaking of. You get what I'm saying? So boxing do need to be, I think, a little more easily accessible, and it shouldn't put a complete hole in your pocket. You get what I'm saying? To watch these fights. It should, in my opinion, but I don't mind paying for something that's worth it. You get what I'm saying? At all. Shout out to Big Dog Willie back in the Super Chat. He said Don King. Bro, Don King was incredible card. 1986, Tyson, JCC, Boom Boom Mancini, Iran Barkley, Kwawi, and a young Michael Nunn, all on one card. All great fighters, too, bro. It was all great fighters, bro. This weekend of the Rolly fight was crazy. Yeah, Turkey could have charged $100 for that last card and didn't. I respect the price point on that. $35 at Apes, legit 70 Apes, not that serious. Look, it's not that bad, bro. I'm not saying that the price points is, you can't afford them. Like we be here, we be buying the fights, calling the fights, having fun with it. But there is a fan base out there that really would want to support the product more. And I think one of the ways of drawing those people in is not only giving them their money worth, right, more bang for their buck, but making boxing easier for those people to get to and access as well. Shout out to Cornell. He said, if Turkey paying these fighters what they want, and we get it for $20, then let's go big Turkey. I feel you, man. The fighters being happy is important. Yeah, that was a great price point.
We cannot cancel this Joseph Parker fight. So he got offered a bag of money.
Oh yeah. I get you, Banks.
Not training, he's not expecting to fight really.
Still ain't gonna stop people from wanting to see some violence, bro. You need to have some bloodthirsty, Banks. Like, so just because you don't have the money don't mean you don't want to see somebody get punched on, right? You get me? But what I'm saying, I just don't want boxing to be to a point where you got to decide boxing versus a priority. It shouldn't be that bad for us, right? For us to get to. Now I understand these dudes got to get paid too, right? But I just think it's a medium that they can come to, and a really good balance if the focus is put in the right area. That's all. You know what I mean? Because it's expensive, but I love me some boxing, bro. Whether you want to spend that money or not, we be buying us some boxing, bro. You love playing the boxing when they like money. I think that's corny. Nah, that's 100% whack, bro. These dudes are, yeah, that's whack. Yeah, it's 100%. I don't rock with it. These ninjas, fighters. Yeah, man. They be, bro. Oh yeah, for sure. Talking about this dude only made $2 million a fight, and it just be weird, man. Yeah, be weird. Shout out to my bro. Let's Talk Fashion. How you feeling, bro? Remo in the building. Secret Dance Move. What's good? Let's get back to it. Y'all punched it like
some sort of training
camp.
I have no problem
paying. We don't think Martin Bacoli threw the fight Saturday. I think his lack of preparation or having the time to prepare and not being in the best of shape and then getting caught kind of cold, getting hit high on the head, knocked his equilibrium all off. You could see the way he felt that he was up out of it. You get what I'm saying? So I definitely don't think he threw the fight. I think we got to stop making those conspiracies. Why the hell would he want to throw the fight and not win? You get what I'm saying? Dudes don't be in there to just lose. I know he wasn't pissed off and gutted when he lost, but I definitely don't think he tried to throw the fight or nothing like that. Boxing International NYC, just I know you're not biased. Question: did PBC offer Core one fight deal? Look, I'll say this. I know what you asking about Steven Espinoza, and when he said all they had was a one fight deal. Shakur was looking for a multi-fight deal. That sounds believable because it's obvious that Shakur was looking for something that was more past one fight, but in terms of did they actually make the offer to him is where my confusion come in at, right? Because like I said, I had an opportunity to speak to one side of the team, of Core's team, and I heard differently. They didn't paint them out as no ducks, but they said it was no offer made to them. So there's that bit of like, there you got that, right? You got what Steven Espinoza said. If you listen to what he said, then there's reason to believe that they had an offer for him that he didn't take because he needed more than one fight or he wanted a multi-fight deal, as Espinoza put it. So there's no argument at all with that. And then you got on the flip end, and I was able to speak to the team. They said that offer, it never happened. Phone call did happen. Communication was established, but never no offer was sent. And that's just what I got from them. So for me, all I could do is give you the information that's provided, that's put out there, and I let y'all, make of it what you want. I'm not here to like get you to try to believe one side or the other. You get me? I'm just here to tell whatever they say, whatever I was able to hear. I'm gonna bring it back to y'all. If, unfortunately, I don't have access to the other team and can't speak to them and their side, so we can only go off of what Espinoza said. So when he put that out there, that made everybody believe that there was a one-fight deal for him that he turned down. I don't know if he quite said it was sent to him and he turned it down, but he said they didn't have what he was looking for. So it's crazy. It's an interesting play on words, and you just always got to keep that into consideration, because he said that's a fight that they're looking to revisit. So it's possible that he did it, but my thing would be, if it's a matter of him not wanting to fight, why would you even revisit it? So it got to be a reason they're going to revisit it. So I'll just say that, Shout out to you, bro. A1 Hoops on, my guy. What's good with it? Cash Sports, the box store, and said Coley was pregnant. You a fool. No doubt, bro. I appreciate you stopping through. It's all good. For me, like I said, I'm not here to try to sway the crowd to believe in one side or the other. Whatever information that I get, I bring it to y'all, and I just let y'all process it, and y'all can decide who y'all feel like lying or who keeping it real. I'm just here to tell y'all what they tell me, and that's it, and let y'all, and I'll give y'all my assessment, but I think that fight's still cooking. I think that fight is something that's going to be made. I'm hopeful, should I say. I'm hopeful. Jones was good with it. He said, I have Rye over Russell. He looks too sharp and learn new moves plus fast, while Gary looks flat-footed. It's possible. Face of PBC, because face of boxing is Canelo or Usyk. John Sten, what it do? What it do? Look, now I think Tank is one of the faces of boxing. Usyk is not a big enough star per se, like name-wise, right? I think he's well-respected within the sport, no doubt about it. But I think in terms of like just, name and ticket sales and bringing the general interest to the fans, putting people in seats, like Tank for them smaller guys is definitely one of the faces. You got guys like Canelo, undoubtedly one of the faces for the bigger guys. You know what I'm saying? So it's no one undeniable face. It's just multiple guys, I think, that represent the sport on a unique level. You know what I'm saying? It's not a lot, but I think Tank is definitely one. I think Canelo was one. I mean, cheapskate boxing fans to a degree, but boxing can't get expensive, bro. Do boxing, I keep it really barely fights. I'd be surprised if you do 100K. Who barely fights? Ask Val, what it do, bro? Yeah, man. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. I got word from the team. So I'm only here, like I said, that's how I'm approaching every situation from here on out. I just give y'all the information and y'all process it how y'all want. I'm not here to tell you who's lying and who's not. That's for y'all to, figure out for yourself. I think it comes off as bias if I'm trying to sway y'all in one way or the other. That's not what I'm supposed to do. So I'm just supposed to get y'all the information, tell y'all what I think, and then, we go from there. But let's get back to this real quick. I'll stop it right there. I like what he explained. I think that's pretty genuine, right? I don't want to say he don't want to satisfy the fans. I just think he does it outside of just what the name is on the bill. He does it with the performance. He does it with the consistency, embracing the show, right? Really going out there and just putting on, and then giving you the money shot at the end with the KO. So he answered that, and I think in a very honest space. And as far as the Turkey Al-Sheikh thing, look, I know people ain't too fond of him. They don't rock with him. I get people's reservations, and I understand, especially after seeing them giving advice to Shiraz's corner this past weekend. Just a very distasteful look. I get it, but all I'll say is this: when it comes to Turkey Al-Sheikh and Tank, no, Tank don't need to go over there and have to do any business with him or any of that. He can stand right in his spot on his square, and you want him, you're gonna have to do business with him and his people. But I will say this: I've been doing some reading and a little bit of homework. And I read that Al Heyman and Turkey Al-Sheikh is supposed to be doing more business together in the future. Keyword, more business, meaning that they already been doing some type of business together. And all I'm going to say is this: I know Tank is a cash cow, a money guy, and all of that stuff. No debate, none of it. But if Canelo, being the big star that he is, could work with Turkey Al-Sheikh, I don't think nobody's above working with him if the situation is right. That's all I'm saying. No, you don't got to go sell out to Saudi Arabia. You don't got to go sign your life over and go over there. None of that. All I'm saying is I don't think nobody's above any opportunity if that opportunity makes sense. If not, then like I said, I'm not against him standing on his square and doing exactly what he's been doing. And it's been working for him. So why have to go outside of anything he's been doing for anybody, right? But like I said, just from that standpoint, like seeing how big a star Canelo is, whether you like him or not, hell of a star, hell of a draw, ticket seller, all of that stuff, pay-per-view guy. He's willing to go over there and do business. So all I'm saying is, no, you don't have to do it. But Canelo is a prime example of somebody that didn't have to do it either, but he chose to do it, right? Maybe because that situation made sense for him. Now, with Tank not having a relationship with that side at all, that shit is foreign to him. He on his 3 Ferrari shit, bro. You get me? There's no established line of communication. So you get what I'm saying? It's not going to be like how it is for everybody else. So his stance is going to remain the same unless something as far as the business side of, things change with him and Turkey having, any type of communication. If that's never established, then I don't anticipate him really ever seeing him over there on any cars or doing any type of business whatsoever. So I'm not against it. I ain't saying he got to do it either. Like I said, if you could see Canelo go over there and do it, then I don't think nobody is too big to do it. It's just a matter of if that situation makes sense for you to go do. If not, then you keep doing what you're doing. You get what I'm saying? I'm just not here to cry about opportunities that could be provided to these fighters and that can be in their favor. You get what I'm saying? But like I said, there's no need to have to do anything. You can continue doing right what you're doing, and it's been working. And I'll support that. You get what I'm saying? I'm just not against people seeking out other opportunities for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Proof Tank was right Saturday. I don't know. I think everybody got favorites, to be honest. I just don't know what to say about that. He ain't got to work with him, but that's just as far as I'm gonna go. I'm not against it. I'm not necessarily campaigning for it or none of that. I ain't got no picket sign up like Tank over there to Saudi, but I just don't. I don't know. I hear what people are saying. I hear the paranoia and different things like that. But I also see fighters over there consistently doing business. My thing is, if it's so bad, why would Al Heyman be doing business with him? You get what I'm saying? That would be my question. Why would Al be looking to do business with him? And unless I'm reading an incorrect article from an incorrect source, then I just don't know. So that's what I'll say to that. Like, I don't know. If he's looking to work with him too, could he really be all that bad? You get what I'm saying? Because I hear people online. I hear the people online are totally against them, but the powers that be and the people that had the suits and that are in business and are part of boxing are seemingly doing some business with the guy. So I'm just sitting back and I'm just observing, man. I don't like everything I see from him and how he moved either. So that's why I'm open to it. If the situation makes sense for you and it's something that you would want to be a part of, then go for it. If not, and you closed off and that's not something you looking to do, then I'm not tripping either. I'm just a different person. I'm not here telling the guy what he got to do. I'm not telling him he should and he got to. None of that. I'm just not against it. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not campaigning for it either. So it's whatever these fighters want to do. I feel like every last one of these guys should do whatever makes sense for them and their team. You know what I'm saying? Their team, their family, etc. Right? Do what's best for you. And if what's best for you is staying exactly where you at and putting on the fights and doing it the way you've been doing it, I'm cool with it. I'm cool. Pink Star before many other people caught on to it that he got favorites. I mean, yeah, it's just not a good look. It's not a good look, but I just don't know. I just don't know what to make it at yet. I really don't. I just know I don't like the way it looked, but I don't know. People going like, super far with it. Jeezy Brown, what's good with it, fam? But we'll see how it turns out. I don't know. Hen Dog, what it do? J.A. Dixon, what's good? Canelo went, and we still didn't get the Canelo versus Benavidez, so Tank goes, we don't get Tank versus Shakur then. But I think those situations are different. I think it's very clear that Canelo ain't fighting him no matter where he go. And I'm not saying that Tank got to do business with him for that fight to be made. It's just a matter of if those guys want it. I don't think where guys are signed to and what sides of the street or who they doing business with is really the end all be all when it comes to why the fight doesn't happen. I think it really boils down to if the fighters and the teams of the fighters are all equally vested in the same fight. I think that's how we get it. I don't think it's a matter of where guys are signed to. You get what I'm saying? I don't really think that's the what's stopping fights, so to speak. Because look, I'll just use this as a quick example, Jay. They said once upon a time that the reason Shakur was speaking about Tank is because he signed to Top Rank. And he know he's over that side and they can't make that fight because he's with Bob Arum, right? But then we seen, you fast forward a little bit to current time, that narrative didn't hold up too well because they were in negotiations with Lomachenko, who's a top-ranked lifer. So this has nothing to do with the fighter. This has everything to do with that whole notion that, you know, if this guy is over there, this fight can't, there's no way it could happen because they're not going to do business. Remember, that was the talk. Bob ain't going to do this, and they ain't going to do that with Bob. And you see what I'm saying? But then, lo and behold, they end up negotiating for a bit with Loma before he ultimately pulled out. So for me, I don't think it's a matter of where guys are at, more so than the fighters and the teams invested in that particular fight for either guy. You get me? So like, I think that's always been a bad exaggeration to me for the most part. Like, I just don't feel like that's the reason why fights are not happening. Fights are not happening because guys are not truly 100% vested and committed in making those fights at those particular times. And I'm not, highlighting or pointing out any one individual fighter. I think that's just the way boxing been going. If you just pay attention, guys got to really be invested, and or you got to go outside of whatever your team has planned for you naturally to make that fight. If that's not happening, then we're not getting them. And you get what I'm saying? That's how I see it. That's just my opinion of it. William Old School, what's good with it, bro? Tank would never fight Shakur. People just got to move on from that matchup. I mean, it is what it is, man. Some people think no. I feel like as long as they're in the same weight class, it could happen. I just feel like all of this, who you signed to garbage is like, it's an unnecessary roadblock. Like, I never remember, like, besides this point where in boxing where we got to tell somebody where they got to go to make a fight. Like, it's just ridiculous. It just comes down to, is the side that you with really truly vested in getting you the biggest and best opportunity for you that you say you want? You get what I'm saying? Because if so, they're going to do everything in their power to get you that opportunity. And that's for anybody. That's how I feel about any of these fights. All this, oh, they signed here, you went there. It's just too much BS. The reality is, if dudes really want to make fights, they make them. You get what I'm saying? I remember years ago, when Ryan was doing all that tank talk, people said they'd never fight. They said they'd never fight. Ryan would never fight him. He's scared of him. He'd never fight him. He don't really want to fight. He clout chasing X, Y, and Z. And I understood it because I felt like that too, to a degree. But guess what we got? We got Ryan and Tank. A fight that they said it never had. I don't give a damn. I remember they said with a certainty that's never going to happen. Oscar won't allow it. And what happened? What did Ryan do? He acted. He wanted that fight, right? So it proves what I'm saying. If guys really want fights, they can be made. It's not a matter of so much, I think, who you with. I think that impacts it for sure. But I don't think that's the deal breaker. Like, people are making it seem, oh, you're over there, so we can't fight. That's just a bullshit excuse. It don't matter. Do you want to fight that guy? Or can y'all do business? And how is doing business with somebody else going to affect you? How does, who the next guy is signed to affect your business and what you got going on? I can't understand the connection. So I just feel like we need to see more boxing working together so we could get these fights and less excuses why they can't be made. So when it's all said and done, we could get to the bottom of if it's really a matter of these fights not happening because people are ducking. You get what I'm saying? Or is it business? That's what I want to know. And I feel like as long as we continue to help them push narratives like sides of the streets, oh, he signed over here, this fight can't happen because of this. I'm seeing a lot of shit happen that people said what would never happen in boxing. I'm seeing a lot of it. So that's all. I'm just open to seeing business being done on any side. I want to see fights, bro. I don't want to make reasons why they can't happen. We have zero control over where anybody signs up at. So why even try to, you get what I'm saying? That's not a good talking point to me. I can't tell a guy where he got to go to make a fight, but I know for sure from sitting back, watching boxing throughout the years, when guys really want fights, they get made. You get what I'm saying? They tell their team they get on a good foot and them fights get made. You know what I'm saying? We don't need roadblocks for why they didn't don't get made. It's just too many BS excuses. Like it go from, oh, you can't fight this guy, he's here. Then you go to fight a guy that's there. It's like, what the hell we talking about? Like that, just too much BS, man. That helps the promoter dupe the people because we help them push their BS. Oh, he got to be with you to make it feel like it's crazy. It's crazy. This shit is ridiculous, man. I was talking like he wasn't interested in the fight being made, but I feel you. Understandable, but they'll say the same thing about Loma, Jay. They'll say the same thing about Loma. You get what I'm trying to say? All I'm saying is does that narrative stand up that they could not fight because of Top Rank? Not, it wasn't about, it was, they didn't even get to if he actually wanted it or not. They said it's no way he could want it because he know they can't do it based on where he's at. And my thing is that true or is that not true? And like you said, you proving my point more, right? Bob sounded like he wasn't interested in it, right? So that proves my, furthermore, if guys are not vested, teams are not vested, the guy that's not promoting you, oftentimes the fight don't happen unless you go outside of that guy and say, I want that fight. But I would say for me, how I looked at Shakur, what happened when he felt like he kept having issues with Bob? He got up out of there. He said he had issues. He felt like he wasn't going to get the fights that you wanted outside of the Valdez. He got up out of there. So you just got to wait and see how all of this shit materialized. But like I said, I hate that whole notion that, yeah, you got to be here for this fight to be made. Yeah, sign here. Like, we don't even know what opportunities be available for these dudes in terms of when we telling them who to sign to and when to do it. Like, we'll just say, yeah, sign here, sign here. Like, we don't, you listen to some of these suits, they'll tell you that they don't even have the opportunities available for some of these guys to sign on with them. So that shit is crazy, man. That's why I say you just got to wait, let this shit play out, man. But I ain't pushing no side of the street stuff, man. I just look at it. If you really want to fight, you're going to either make your team get you that fight or go against them and do everything in your power. If you're not doing it, then you must not want to fight. That's just for any fighter. Let's get back to this, though, man. Y'all punch the like button out, man. We're going to keep building, man. Jeezy Brown was good with it. Let's get back up. Let me hold on, let me get back to it. Let me do it this way. He said, fuck the fans. He said, F the fans. Hold on, y'all. F the fans. Our boy ain't say F the fans. Don't put that on them, G. Don't put that on them. Hold on, we're gonna play it. We're gonna just screen, play the audio. We're gonna play the audio, y'all. Hold on. Give me a second. I got you. Give me 1 sec, 1 sec, 1 sec, 1 sec, 1 sec. One more time. My bad, y'all. We back like we left our car keys. Chill out. I got it. We gonna get to it though. We still gonna listen to it. Hold on. Make sure I get it at the right spot. All right, there we go. There we go. We got it. He said you having too much fun. Well, we got it. We good. Let's go.
Just competition-wise, we grew up in
some good game there, and they asked him, do you think he ducking? You hear what he said? Man, we men, man. These dudes ain't ducking. He was like, yo, now don't get me wrong. He acknowledged that some people do use the business of boxing to duck fights. But in this case, as it pertains to Tank, in his mind, he like, nah, he don't feel like it's that. Feel like, yo, it's really a lot of shit that don't line up. And that's the part that fans, we ain't trying to hear. We like, bro, fight. You get what I'm saying? But you hear him start speaking about, you can't start telling people what they worth and shit like that. And that's what we do as fans. We sit up here and overanalyze and start telling people sitting at home. We sitting at home telling people that got to do this shit, what they worth and what they should take. Think about that. And this is a fighter telling you like, yo, you can't do that. It's shit that really don't line up on the business side. You get what I'm saying? And that shit is just real. That's all. I love that answer from him. And I even like the question because I knew they was asking a guy that was going to give a legit, real answer. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's not about being right or wrong. He just offers some good perspective. And in his mind, it ain't that. You get what I'm saying? It's that word get used way too often, bro. Like, people will use it without no proof. Hey, duck. Bro, man, Jamel had to come off, stop and call Frampton before Shakur, so he won't watch completely. Now, he had a little tread left on the tire for sure. Damon had like a 6 or 7 fight win streak too. Like, he was surging, like he was winning. You know what I'm saying? But he just got stopped in his tracks. I know what Lamont Roach is saying. He feel like that fight was physically taxing on him and took something out of him. And look, that's the reality. It could have because he was on his ass late in that fight, Lamont Roach. And had he started sooner, it'd probably be a different conversation. He probably wouldn't have lost that fight. But be as it may, he started slower and, Jamel Herring outlasted him. You know what I'm saying? Mark West, what it do, homie? Fans often overlook opportunity costs. Now I'm telling you, bro. G said, put the fight on. That's what we be at with it, right? Put the fight on. But for me being a content creator, I'm always trying to understand that business aspect. So I don't just sit up here every time a fight don't happen and I'm like, yeah, you ducking, yo, you ducking. You listen to these fighters and like that, like I said, that's one of the last things a real one gonna tell you that's looking at it from a real perspective rather than just trying to place a jacket on somebody as some type of duck. That should be weak. You know what I'm saying? It don't be the truth. I had Roach winning that fight. I'm gonna stop Herring. Absolutely, he did. He damn sure did. He just started late. He said it. He started a little too slow. He'd have started faster, different outcome possibly for sure. I respect that, but I did want to hear them answer that question, but I understand them not answering it in front of Lamont.
But listen, as far as Tank, I would say Charlotte pointed to earlier where he starts late, right? He loses rounds early in the fight because he's relying on that, one-hitter quitter, which Deontay did as well a lot. So I think that Tank has a skill to start earlier. I would say that was one of the things that I feel like that he should
tell all the Tank fans now. He better not start late with me. It's gonna be a long night. It'll be a real long night.
I don't really think Tank has weaknesses. I've seen him get frustrated.
Hey man, y'all, what are Tank weaknesses, y'all? Well, y'all think Tank got weaknesses? He say he don't feel like Tank got weaknesses. As far as not doing immediate workout, I don't know what to make of that because I don't know what would be the reason why he wouldn't do it. Everybody else, I would assume. I seen Gary Antuanne Russell, a couple guys doing an immediate workout. I didn't know. I know it ended after he answered the questions, but maybe it is strategic. Maybe he don't want people to see. No, I don't know. That's the thing with him. He'll keep you guessing. So we'll be here all day trying to figure out why the hell he didn't do it. But could be strategic, or just shit. I don't know what it could be. I really
back
don't.
in 2017, right? And
Thomas Hill, my guy.
Let's
do, homie.
I think so. Fonseca, it was, but see that. So, but since then, I haven't seen that. But all fighters get frustrated at some point in the fight. And I can tell you, he had weaknesses when I seen him fight Jamel Herring, but I don't see that now. You get what I'm saying? So I seen them both. So what weaknesses? As you saying, what we?
See, that's the thing, though. I think every fighter has a weakness. It's just, can you exploit it, right? Do he got like big glaring holes in his game and stuff like that? Absolutely not. Because I think when you at that level, it's just a matter of inches. I think everybody's flawed and make mistakes and have weaknesses. But like I said, some guys they make it much harder for you to get to those weaknesses or identify what those weaknesses are because they do a lot of things at a very, very high elite level. And I think that's kind of what you get with Tank. So I wouldn't say you don't have no weaknesses, but like glaring holes in his game where you just like, you know, where you could just pick it apart, that'll be challenging, right? But everybody has some sort of weakness or deficiency, however you want to look at it, a flaw, however you want to look at it. But, you know, nobody's a perfect fighter, but he's a damn complete fighter, in my opinion. He's very dangerous, very smart, and in a really good space. I mean, from what I can tell, he's in a really good space to keep putting on these performances. So let's see it. You know, Blunt recently got mixed feelings knowing you face yeah, it's crazy. Tank a slow starter, which is a major weakness. That could be a weakness, a low punch output, depending on who you in there with. There's a couple of things, but will it work to his detriment, right? So far, what we've seen with any weaknesses or flaw that he may have, you only see it exploited enough for guys to maybe win a few rounds, and then after that, we pretty much, you know, with the writing be on the wall. So that's what it's all about, being able to consistently exploit weaknesses or deficiencies, right? Not just know that a guy has them, being able to do something about it. You get what I'm saying? And key, like Lamont Roach said, is key to understand and know what he does well, too. You get what I'm saying? So let's keep rolling.
Thing about starting late. Okay. They both did the same thing about starting late, and then he wasn't being first. So you playing the same too. I'm telling him, I'm not a chump.
Giving away rounds to work against him, depending on who you in there with, Damon.
Yo, y'all show gonna be so entertaining.
Like I always say this. People, you got probably a ton of people that disagree. I always say, like, a guy that is known for winning rounds and most of the rounds in a fight, if you give him rounds early, it makes the fight interesting going from that point forward. It makes things very interesting. Get what I'm saying? So we'll see. Blaming Coach Kenny for not looking like he got weaknesses, getting game plans be tailor-made for the opponent. I ain't gonna lie, man. He do some really good recon work, if I can call it that. He really he be putting it together. I like what I be saying, especially that combination that we seen him work on in the locker room, and then he came out, and that was the combination that ended the fight. That couldn't be nothing. It couldn't be better. No, I don't think it's too many things that could have been better. You know what I'm saying? What happens when you try to go at Tank early? If it doesn't end well, you can make things interesting. It depends. Or you could run into a shot too. You could force him to make a mistake early. It's like a pick your poison, right? You just got to go for what you know with him, right? Go for what you think is gonna work and see if you can get it off. You know what I mean? You better come in there with a game plan. I tell you that. Efficiency works if you get the result for sure. Recon work. Shout out to my guy Thomas Hill, man. Take disrespect to the sporting fans. Yeah, man.
I'm not calling him a chump. You wasn't trying to be first when you should have been first. That's all I'm trying to say. That's all. Don't wait the counter or whatever you think you slicker than him and all of that. You wasn't trying to be first, but I see you different now.
You want to work his corner? Something in the fight?
Me too. Me too.
I also do notice that, you know, and I'm a casual boxer, right? So
Me too. That's a question for the chat too. Do y'all think Tank starts fast in this fight? 94% knockouts. How? Who Tank? How do we got it? What is it? 93% knockout ratio. Somebody said, but 100% ducking rate. They stay trying to slip the little fast ones. That's funny though. Interesting. He said maybe though, but I think at the end of the day, it's something to think about, because as a fighter, he looking at it from both perspectives. You got one that bring that equalizer that you got to worry about. Then you got another guy that if you yourself don't have an equalizer, it could be a long night for you. So it's like he could challenge you differently than Tank. I think Tank could apply that mental, physical pressure. You know, Shakur kind of put the handcuffs on you with just making it hard for you to constantly get a read on him and hit him clean, right? And that's when you start to doubt yourself and he start to take over in fights, right? So they go about getting their business done differently. Obviously, they got different attributes, different tools that make them who they are. Shakur got more of the chess game. He gonna make you think. He gonna put your mental to the test. I've heard it from so many fighters across the board that get in the ring with him, whether they power punchers, knockout artists, or whatever. They say that man gonna make you think. He tests your IQ. Y'all, he gonna raise your level in there. You're gonna have to, or he can make you look bad too. Because if you can't constantly hit him and he can hit you when he want, that's his world right there. That hit, and not make sure you can't hit him and hit you and rinse, wash, and repeat. That should get frustrating. But At the end of the day, you don't know until you get in there. I don't make too much out of that. It's just you could see the challenges that both of them bring. If you're not being, spiteful or hating on either fighter, you see that they're a challenge in different ways, right? It's just that simple, right? And then that's all he's acknowledging. He don't really even know, because I think those questions are difficult to answer because you haven't been in the ring with either guy yet as a professional. Yeah, you sparred and then you fought Tank when y'all was kids, 15, but kids, right? So you really won't know until you get in there with both, right? You can say anything what it looked like on paper, but I just think he giving Core more credit than what the typical boxing fan give him by saying maybe I'll lean towards him, because it's a different type of challenge. It's one mentally that could really push you. You know what I'm saying? I've been in the ring with Shakur, but I was in the gym with him confused. Shout out to my guy. Peace, Will. Peace, bro. You already know, man. Get better, bro. Get better. That flu is flying around. Don't mess with Texas. What it do, homie? Let's play this, though. We got the last couple minutes. I think it'd be hard for Tank to get back in the ring if he lost Saturday. That's what Lamont said. He think it'd be hard because he already talked my retirement. Interesting.
2 fights. That's damn sure going to be my legacy run, because we have 2 fights.
Yeah. He talked to the WBA. It's the WBA, I believe, the title he got down there, and he asked them to allow him to still fulfill his obligations to keep his title down there. So that's why he said he's gonna try to do both if he can, But he said he already talked to them about it, and they was okay with it. So they allowing him to still stay the champion, take this opportunity, and he's saying if things. If he win, obviously he feeling like he gonna win. It opens up other opportunities at 35. If guys are available, he'll try to fight him. Obviously, it'd be a rematch clause if he won the first time, right? But then he said they'll also allow him to fulfill the obligations down there at 30 to keep the title. So
you got this knockout artist that's a pound for pound talent that people are saying is one of the and not
right,
saying
Jeezy.
Who is one of the biggest
that's for sure, Blaze.
In boxing right now. If I beat him twice, then go on to unify, no matter what, win or lose, I'm still fighting the best fights. And
If he lose, even if he lose, Kyle, like which most people think, then what he probably will do is go back down to 130, try to unify down there, keep his title. But I think winning, obviously, you have other options. I think losing, depending on how you lose, will determine what your options will be for the future at 35. You know what I'm saying? And if it'll even be worth trying to campaign at both divisions or not. He said Tank not losing, so we don't got to speculate that. Just not even devil's advocate, but just the conversation's purposes. That is the flip side of it, right? What if he does? Do you think he'll have a hard time getting back in there and getting his lick back?
Always gonna put out. It's always gonna be a dance. Like, especially if I got a good dance partner in there with me, it's always gonna be a good fight. So this fight is defining the start of my legacy.
You won't remember how to unify.
I want to go to my Hall of Fame. I want to go up to 40 and fight.
Kurt, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling?
I called out Rayo before we got the Tank. Before we got the Tank offer.
Rayo's the guy that beat Pitbull.
Yeah,
Pitbull's the guy that
boxing,
gave Devontae Davis a
So Hall of Fame, that's your goal. Like as a fighter, when it's all
people
said
thought
and done,
Tyson couldn't lose. It's boxing.
Yeah,
some people saying, he was saying that he gonna beat Buster Douglas in this situation. He about to have his Buster Douglas Mike Tyson moment, is what Lamont was talking. Shout out to Barak. Shout out to the Breakfast Club. Shout out to Lamont Roach. He is ready to get it going. And big shout out to my guy, A-Man, and the Cash App, always supporting the grind. He said, for the build. Appreciate you, bro. Much love to my guy. Much love to my guy, man. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, that was a cool build from Lamont Roach, and good interview for him, man. He just confident. He answered all questions well. He acknowledging, the level of his opponent that he getting in there with, but he ain't bite his tongue when it came to confidence and answering if he think he gonna win, if he feel like he gonna win. He talking about he felt like he going in there trying to knock shit out. He want to test Tank. I think this could make things interesting. Now, he not going to be careless about it, but I think he will, try to create opportunities for himself throughout the fight. I think that's his best option. I think sitting back is not going to get it done. It's just a matter of mixing it up, trying to keep, his opponent all balanced, which is not going to be easy to do. Frustrate him, right? Don't let him have his way. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what you say. When fighters don't have their way, they all can get frustrated. They're human, but do you have the ability to cause that issue, like to create that problem for them, right? And can you do it consistently to a level that it's going to allow you to have success throughout these rounds and not just be another knockout steamroll victim, right? So I expect the fight to be good as long as it lasts for sure. I expect Lamont Roach to go out there and fight like he, this fight of his life. I expect to see that kind of effort in the ring, because anything less, we already know what it could lead to. But then there's that element of him talking about, Tank not being focused. Is he, has he been, not as focused as what he's been in the past? That stuff show up in the ring. I'm not going to buy into it too much. I think he can go out there and do what he normally do. But just for conversation purposes, for the people that think that, oh, I seen him smoking in the video. Oh, he might not be focused. My Roach might get him. Well, you might could think like that, but I ain't about to think like that. Shout out to Lamont. I think it's going to be a good fight as long as it lasts. Salute to him. Tank said 9, 10 rounds. I think anywhere from 8 to 10, I could see it like that. If he do it sooner, that's icing on the cake. But I don't anticipate him trying to get him out of there too soon. Tank don't be in a rush to get his work done. Like you said, he likes to download data, assess what he got in front of him. You know what I mean? Fill you out, so to speak. Gauge what you have, what you're working with, and then, he go get you. It's usually how I go. So let's see if Lamont Roach is able to rewrite what is normally the history in Tank Davis fights. Let's see if he's able to do something that not any of these other 30 guys will be able to do. He got his opportunity just like the other 30. Let's see it. No, Tank ain't a crash out. I think Tank went over there, Barry Hunter. He focused. He locked in. I truly would love to know what was the reasoning for the switch up. He said sometimes you just got to switch stuff up or something to that effect. But Barry Hunter is somebody that he's worked with before, so he's not like new to him. So I think he'll be sharp as he normally is. But be interesting to see if his approach is different being with Barry Hunter. Like, is his punch output going to be more, right? Will he try to start faster? Any of this stuff. I just want to see. So I'm going to be looking out for it. Imagine waking up from a knockout and diving in cash like DuckTales. Ooh, I used to. Bro, I can't believe I just read it like that. Why you even say that, bro? Because that was my joint back then. I was smoking in the living room before I knocked my side shit. I knocked out my side shit. Oh, man. For a suspect, Tank is going to walk him down like he did Frank. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if he do it. He said Tank could cash out. Damn sure going to cash out. Melanin says she's ready to see this fight. I'm with you, sis. I'm ready too. Tank said it was nice to get back into that. To the amateur style. Nah, I thought that was interesting too, though, 2 cents, because the amateur style is something that when it comes to certain fighters that people knock. Like, so I thought that was interesting that he said the amateur style. I was like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean, more boxing possibly? Because the last time you fought, I was youngish. I wasn't pros yet. So I don't know. Maybe different looks for the opponent. You just never know. But I just think maybe he just went with a different look this time. I don't know. You never know. You know what I mean? I seen Coach Calvin in there in the gym, Coach Kenny. They look like they got a whole unit just working together. So I think what you'll get is another focused, sharp Tank Davis, and he can go out there and do what he do. You know what I'm saying? How you think Roach said buy the pay-per-view if you're not getting back in? Yeah, because, support the fight. Support the fight. But that was interesting that he said, like, who told you that? As if he not getting back in money, which is very interesting, because I that's kind of what I gauged from it when they said that. He like, who told you that? Like, nah, that ain't the case. But he keep talking about like the upside if you beat him, which I understand that too. So I just thought that was interesting that I think obviously hearing what he said, he truly bet on himself, and he go and stand to make good money, right? But if it was just primarily about money and him not challenging himself, then he don't take this fight. He fight is mandatory for that little bit of that's probably was extra, and then you leave that opportunity and let it fall by the wayside. But if you thinking, longevity or like you thinking about upside and what a win could do for you, as well as the check that you're going to get now, which is pretty good. Like he said, right? It's going to be the highest he's got since he's been boxing. So how could you frown at that? And then when you look at the upside that you can get from it, it's kind of a win-win, especially if you're able to pull off that win. So I get Lamont Roach 100%. Look, he's answered every single question about as well as any fighter that's going into a big fight it could answer. He's confident. He like, y'all stupid if you think I'm getting knocked out. He's not overselling it, but he's like, look, I'm here too. I'm a man too. I'm coming to fight. I'm familiar with him. This ain't that. I ain't coming here to lay down. This ain't gonna just be no walk in the park for Tank Davis. I'm not coming here to be another victim. He got that energy, but they always do. But something about Lamont Roach that I really believe. I believe his energy, like in terms of effort and approach, I think he's going to do his absolute best, him and his father. You know what I'm saying? I think they're going to try to put together a game plan that they feel like is going to be successful against Tank. That shit ain't going to be easy, bro. So you're going to have the battle of the wits. It's going to be a chess match to a degree with athleticism in there, speed, power. If you got Tank in the ring, it's power in the ring. So let's see who can outthink the other. Let's see if the coaches even play a factor. Let's see if him switching and going to Barry Hunter throw anything off or add any different wrinkles or have Tank looking different, whether that's good, bad, or indifferent. It's a bunch of shit to look at, and it's so many reasons to just enjoy this fight. You know what I mean? It's a lot of back watchers in DC, so I won't put my business out there either. Look, I can pay-per-view money. Not saying buy the pay-per-view. I think it's a non-disclosure on this chat. Or I mean, it could be one of those reactions like, how you know what I'm getting, right? You don't know. But I just don't know what they make from it because it almost sounded like, nah, I ain't getting that. But the upside from it is a big check and the upside from it. And I just don't know. I don't know. I would like to hear different people's takes on it. You know what I'm saying? Like I would hate to dig in somebody's business like that, but like, you know, because I don't care that. But I would want to know for like education purposes like that. We naturally assume if you fighting Tank, you're gonna get your biggest bag ever, which he's saying he is getting, but you assume that is back end pay-per-view money to gain from it too if you fighting him. So if that's not the case in this particular fight, for me, for information purposes, just trying to understand maybe something is different. You know, I don't know, but that was interesting that he said that. Roach got the speed edge. I don't know about that legacy mindset, what it do, because the thing is with Tank, Jeezy, Tank quick and he's fast. I don't know if that makes sense to you, right? There's speed and then there's quickness. He both. Like he got like, you know, cat-like reflexes to me. Respectfully, Tank do. On the top of his absolute game, he's fast. He's pretty damn fast, man, and he is a very athletic guy. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know, but look, Roach got some, I think maybe some things, some intangibles, if you will, that could help him navigate rounds early, but ultimately, do he have enough to sustain navigating those rounds without being a knockout victim? That's going to always be the question for me. You know what I mean? Good fight for sure. Good fight. Shout out the legacy mindset. I had the same initial reaction, right? The by the pay-per-view had too much emphasis on it. In my mind, like, why? And let me look at it from your end. What you saying, Kyle? Just to be fair, for conversation's sake, because we truly don't 100% know. He did sound like he was saying something, but then again, you are saying something. Because remember, he said that shit like 4 times in a row. He kept saying it. Like usually they have like some because it's gonna be this. No, buy the pay-per-view. No, buy the pay-per-view. Like he was very adamant about buy the pay-per-view. So it could be one of those things where he is getting paid from it because it's obvious, but sometimes when you throw people's business or information about people's business at them, they had that kind of knee-jerk, like, what? Who said that? Like, who told you what I'm getting? Like, because you know he already stand to make a bag initially, but y'all don't need to know I'm getting back end money too. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't need to know what I'm really getting, so it could be that. You just never know. So I ain't going to make too much out of it because I'm not the guy trying to disprove, you know, anything in the situation. I just be want to understand it. So, but it is interesting to hear him say that because, like I said, you assume that there would be no offer bigger than the Tank Davis offer up on the table, and come to find out with him, it was one slightly with his mandatory. You know what I'm saying? But that's interesting. Only question I have left is what Roach grip strength has was grip strength is free smoke. What it do? You stupid. Can't find the person for this fight. I know Tank getting the lion's share. Everybody can't get the pay-per-view split though, right? Like, no way Hector got anything from a flat fee. That's possible too, though. It's possible. I just don't know everything. He got paid. Tank said in his last interview that he wanted to help Roach out. Roach getting paid. I can respect that promotional obligation. He's an employee of PBC. It would be fool to not promote what your company offers. That's true too. True too. But I like this conversation, y'all, because over here, you know, like I gotta be right. I like to hear different perspectives. So that's interesting. And that makes sense too. Behind the hands definitely makes sense, bro. Just interesting. I just didn't expect that to come up in that way, right? But I mean, I guess the at the end of the day, as long as he getting what he deems to be fair to get in there and fight, and from what we understand, he's good with the bag he getting, so he don't got no reservations about climbing in that ring and trying to win and change his career, because no doubt, you know, not too many people going to explore this side because they don't see no way in hell, you know, Tank loses. I don't think he lose either, but you know, there's always that big what if, right? If he's able to pull off that, I just don't think he'll be able to knock him out. I don't think it'll be no stoppage. You'll have to be very fortunate to avoid those kill shots for 36 minutes and then come out on top, right? It's really hard to do that. You know what I'm saying? So, and he's the far more popular fighter as well. So you got that working against you. Not saying that they're going to, like, you know, cheat you for him in any way. I'm not saying that, but you get that. You're going to have to bring that shit. You're going to have to make that shit look a certain way. And that's just boxing for you, not just him with him. That's boxing in general. Like, you got the more popular guy, the fan favorite, bro. You got to get in there and show out. Do you have enough in your arsenal and in your bag to show out against, Gervonta Davis? Do you have enough? You get what I'm saying? Do you have enough? Right? Have you gotten better since the time y'all were kids enough? Or have you gotten better since losing the Herring to the point where you where you need to be to go out there and put yourself in position to even remotely have a shot at realistically winning this fight? That's what I want to know. Like, how competitive can you make it? And how successful will you be if you can make it competitive? This is what I want to know, because you got your work cut out for you. Bro mentioned you feel like Rose got the speed advantage. That's interesting. I don't think he's slow, but I just think Tank got the combination of, like, the cat-like reflexes. He got speed with quickness, right? So it was just kind of, that dude could be there and then he gone. Like, think about the punch he hit Rolly with. Rolly never seen that punch. And before he was all the way on the ground, Tank was already rolling out, pivoting up out of there. You get what I'm saying? You got to be very athletic to be able to pull that off and still generate enough power to get a guy out of there. Now, granted, Rolly was kind of falling in, so he ran right into the shot, but still, you know, the execution was spot on. You know what I'm saying? So you got to deal with that with Tank. He could get them shots off and get up out of there fast, and it still have some weight on it. So for me, it's all about Lamont Roach giving him different looks and trying not to be there when his feet are planted. I mean that. I mean, there's shots that he gonna throw. You could get hit with like jabs and straights and different things, but you know when Tank got his mind made up and when he coming to get you, those feet get planted, and if you're available when those shots go off, it's a good chance that you don't be standing if they land. You get what I'm saying? Or you're gonna be in a very compromised position if they do land. So that's what Lamont Roach is working against. And for Tank, you know, he's working with a guy that's, you know, oozing confidence, that ain't scared of him. I will say this: I don't get no nervous vibes or nervous energy from Lamont. I do appreciate the fact that he's not overselling the fight to us, but he just letting you know at every time the opportunity presents itself, look, I'm very confident that I can go out here and beat this guy. And that's all you need him to say. Like, everybody be confident until he get beat up. But I do like the fact that he's saying all the right stuff. He's carried this situation very well, bro. So it don't look like the moment has got away from him. Like, for instance, right, with Frank Martin, he had that moment where it just looked like things was kind of slipping away from him before you even got to the ring, right? He had the moment with, like, the back and forth where Tank trying to show him up there. Tank starts talking about his rented jewelry and this and that. Tank was going in. Remember all these little awkward moments? Tank was just like throwing stuff out there, and it seemed like got to a point where he really couldn't keep up with the show. and then Tank killed him with the flinch thing, and then seeing how he was reacting after they like did the weigh-in, Tank out here doing backflips, Frank Martin trying to dodge questions so he can go sit down and get a drink of water. Like he started losing the fight there. Like that's what I started saying. Like for me, it was too many little, there go a moment, there go a moment. You get what I'm saying? It's not like you could win the weigh-in and the press conferences, but if it's anything real about a mental edge, Tank definitely had that. And he was checking them boxes, bro. You couldn't keep up with what the show was, and you was trying. And it got to a point where it looked like you was getting left behind. And it clearly was his show. That's how I was seeing it. He made you flinch. He was trash talking you. He hit you with some little, some little low blows. He's mentioned a female to you, had got you slightly out of character. It was like little shit. He was antagonizing you and pissing you off. And I just felt like you was losing it before you even got there because he done dragged you into his world. You was supposed to ignore that dude. Like, you get what I'm saying? If you gonna go. But if you going be half-assed, you might as well just chill and ignore him while he was trolling you and doing all that. Can you drink water? Remember that moment? Can you drink water? Like, come on, just something that simple because you knew what he meant. And then you seen how he looked after he made weight. And when Jordan Plant was trying to ask him questions, credit to her, she always do a great job. He was trying to get the hell out the way. Frank had the lock jaw and everything, bro. He had a lock jaw. I'm like, bro, he looking sus. He looking like it's rough. And the fight was what it was. You get what I'm saying? So that was tailor-made for Cotton Candy for Shakur. Roach tailor-made for Tank. He stands still one place for Tank. Maybe, possibly. He stand in the pocket. Maybe he'll mix it up more. Ty was good with it, bro. WBC Order B with the fight Benavidez. That's dope, Big Bob. What it do, homie? Man, you call my man Cotton Candy Fist? God damn, bro. Sheesh. When are we going to see Tank fight over 35 champ instead of pulling up another guy from a weight class 2 below? I think I just think all parties involved got to be invested in making that fight. I said it before, and I think what Roach was speaking on here is a testament to why I believe what I believe when it comes to who he fights, with him getting a lion's share and the business side only having to pay X amount of dollars for these guys. I think that plays in or weighs in heavily when it's time to pick his opponent. Now, I could be wrong. You get what I'm saying? Because I feel like the people feel like he has all the power to just say, yo, that's the guy I want. I'm not going to doubt that he can't do that. But I think the fact that he's not having to do that, he kind of leaving it up to them more so than him demanding that. Y'all understand what I'm trying to say? You get what I'm trying to say? So I think as long as he's a fighter that is in a position where he doesn't have to demand or call out, he leaves the rest up to them. So I think it'd be more so like they give him options and he say yeah to whoever. Like, I could be all wrong on that as well. But I think that's the disconnect of the fans. He could be demanding fights. People feel like he's in position to do so. But if you him and your team been working it out for you and putting you in position, do you necessarily go outside of that? But we get an opportunity to see if he's going to do that come Saturday. If he get the win, obviously, with calling out his next opponent. That could, get a lot of people talking. I could know the videos, the shorts, and live streams that's going to come from who he called out. I could see it now. So I just it's a lot. And look at what Roach was saying. Like, just not ducking is the fact that, sometimes the finances, the money should just don't be lining up. And you can't expect guys to risk everything that feel like they've been working towards just because you feel like that's one big payday. They think about life after that as well. It's a lot of things to consider. So at least if you're going to take one of the most biggest risks of your career, you want to be financially taken care of, right? You want to be secure in that regard when you take this opportunity. And that's all I'm saying. I consider all of that stuff before I try to paint somebody as a duck. You get what I'm saying? What's real big money to him, or the biggest payday that he's about to make right now, it's not everybody else's biggest payday that could be a potential opponent of Tank Davis. You understand what I'm saying? So there's no way that somebody can tell me that it's not going to be some type of hang up, or at least some type of negotiations that's going to need to be ironed out in that area, because one of these fighters in particular, to our understanding, make more than what you typically are offering any other any other opponent of Tank. So I just think like that falls into the business side of things, and it's not about either the fighters trying to avoid each other. It's about guys, trying to get an inch in negotiations and get whatever it is they feel like they worth. So just gotta let this stuff play out. And I think when it's all said and done, one of these big fights might just happen for us, man. One of these big fights might just happen for us, man. So hopefully, shout out to my baby girl, man. Sorry back. Thank y'all for showing support to Just. We appreciate y'all, man. For sure. 2 cents boxing. Peace to the queen. How you feeling? Post up predicting Tank putting Keyshawn on blast. Yeah, I would be surprised by that just because of it's somebody else that kind of was there long before him. Now, maybe if he's thinking entertainment value as far as what people want to see in terms of the matchup and what it'll look like, then there's that slim possibility. But something tells me that won't be him. It won't be him. I could be wrong. I'm gonna be definitely looking forward to that. Like, I think that's the most important thing after the fight, obviously, if he wins, who he wants to call out, because that way you'll see what he's thinking and we'll be able to gauge or see if that fight actually comes to fruition. And if it don't, why don't it come to fruition, right? That's what I want to see. Lamont Roach paydays will probably not be the same as Ryan Garcia's payday. Yeah, you get what I'm saying, Randall? It's definitely not, because he also don't garner the attention of a Ryan Garcia do too, right? So that should just be different. That's all I'm saying. So I always look at that as a potential holdup with a fight, possibly, or where the negotiations might run into a spot where it get sticky, where guys start talking about how much they're going to get paid. And I'm not here to tell nobody what they worth, but I just hope when it's all said and done, as it pertains to that fight, guys get what they want, so it will be no reason for them not to fight, and we can just see and get it over with. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. Pay will probably not be the same. Yeah, for sure though, man. But what else? I was about to say something else too, man. Tank talked about getting 3 fights in this year. I think that'd be good. That'd be interesting to see, because this would be the first one. It's good that he getting this fight out the way in the first quarter, because it's a lot of the year left for him to get to those 2 other fights, right? So the more you're able to see him, obviously, the better, because I think the pickings are slim in terms of opponents that make sense for him. I truly think one of the biggest reasons Lamont was picked, because he obviously wasn't the plan A, right? And they already spoke about doing business with each other in the past. So I think an opportunity like this presented, Lamont Roach with a front row seat to the biggest fight of his career, right? So we'll see. I feel like the real answers will be in who he calls out next, who he fights next from here. This, for me, I don't know how everybody else look at it. For me, I'm looking at this is as good as a replacement. All right. Shakur went from Kid Austin to Padley. Parker went from Dubois. You get what I'm saying? To Bucoli. Like, Tank went from Loma to, in my opinion, this is to me, to Roach, or whatever the case, right? So I just feel like this is a fill-in. This is a kind of save the date, keep his guy, not just saying he'll stay busy guy, but you get what I'm saying? It's kind of like the show must go on, and we able to do it with a guy that we deem of some substance and quality. At least he's a champion within the sport of boxing. Maybe they'll be able to push that. People will respect it, or whatever the case. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. It'll be this weekend. And after that, like I said, who he calls out will be, I think, very interesting, because that would mean that that's the guy he want. And what I'm saying to y'all, what I hope to see, because I want to hear this, because if, in fact, that fight does happen, it'll go to show you that if he really does want to call somebody out and want to fight, they can make it happen for him. That's what I want to see come to fruition, right? Like, somebody call out and they actually make that fight for him. So it could be some validity behind him having one of the best teams, if not the best team in boxing, as they say, right? As he like to say, as he put it. So that's what I want to see, because that'll shoot down a lot of narratives, and it'll make me feel better about any fights happening from this point on, because it'll let me know if you really want it, it could happen. You get what I'm saying? And that's just what you want to see. So Just want to see the guy get the fights. Because for me, you know, when you just you rock with the sport, you just want to see the fights that make sense, because you get tired of people complaining about the same shit over and over and over and over and over again. It gets kind of redundant, and you just want to get the fights over and done with so people can understand that this should be about business, opportunity, timing, people not being invested in wanting the fights when we feel like they should make them. It's a lot of that shit, but I think what you will hear the least is like, you know, somebody ducking, right? And I think Lamont Roach touched on that very well. Sometimes them finances don't be lining up, and you know guys be looking to get paid, and when they can't, they won't take a fight. Dudes sit right on the sideline, bro, and won't take a fight. But for Lamont Roach, for him, he looked at this as the upside that could come from winning a fight this big. And, you know, although he gonna get, you know, it's always more money to make, he's making more than enough to go take this fight. And then the implications of him, if he's able to win, is so much greater than if he's to ever get in the ring with any mandatory, especially if it's a guy who he can't even remember his name. So it's like a no-brainer why he would take this opportunity. And it also just goes to show you that guys be about chasing greatness. Guys do be about challenging, you know what I mean, taking on tough challenges. Because he letting you know he could have easily just sat around, fought his mandatory. He ain't had to say yeah to Tank, but he like, hey, look, I got a chance to do something if I could beat this dude. You get me? So that's all I want to see is his energy stay consistent, is what he been showing us. And, you know, whatever happened in the fight, happened in the fight. You know what I mean? I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. What's good with it, KO? What's going on with my guy? I believe in Turkey. Turkey say you can pay off my child support. You're a fool. Big Turk say go pay off that child support. So we'll see. Let's see if he's able to get in 3 fights. Most importantly, is fight week. I'm enjoying the festivities, right? I'm gonna enjoy the little interviews, the back and forth. Like I said, I see people already saying Tank didn't do the open media workout. I don't know, man. Listen, I get it. Like, there's obligations to do things. Like, we got people there to see you, X, Y, and Z. But I'm tired of making big deals out of little shit. Like, all right, so we ain't get to see him throw some punches in the air and punch the pads. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not giving him an out. I don't know what is like if he just obligated to have to do it and he just choose not to. But bro, who really sees these media workouts and be like, yeah, like, you get me? Like, that's you know, I've seen Gary Antuanne Russell hitting the pads and just shaking loose, and I'm not really like, I'd rather hear real questions get answered, see what's going on, see these dude energy, and just keep it moving. Me personally, like, I don't need to see everybody media workout. That's just me. Is it a missed opportunity? I don't know. Maybe it's just one more thing for people to complain about, but I ain't tripping off that. Listen, the man said he focused. He training, he in camp, he had a good camp with people that he trusts. He got the family around him. Look, he ready to go out there and put on a show. Simple and plain. It's gonna be skill versus skill. He won 3 fights this year. Like, I'm not about to cry because he ain't go punch the bag a little bit. Like, yeah, I don't give a damn. As long as you in shape, the fight is on his way, and you still you. That's all. I don't know. I'm not about to trip about that. Like, I'm not that impressed to see anybody work out because we've seen them joints all before. It's nothing new he's going to show you. He's just going to shake out. And I think it's more so for the people. They get to take the pictures, maybe ask some questions, and so on and so forth, right? You know, it's just like media shit. So I'm not tripping. Maybe if I was there, I'd feel different. Like, damn, I didn't even get to see him work out. I don't know. Maybe. But for me and my seat, I don't care. You know what I mean? As long as he switched on and focused, I'm cool. I'm cool. Lance, what it do, homie? How you feeling? So let's see if he get the 3 fights in this year. It's Lamont, but I think the big news for me, I'm looking forward to the call out. I'm looking forward to what that very next fight going to look like. I think that way people can get some answers to their questions. You know what I'm saying? I think that, you know, depending on what name is spoken on, it'll tell you everything you need to know. I mean, boxing fans, I paid for a media workout. Right, that's how they be, bro. Mad as hell. Like, I just don't believe in being all bent out of shape for little shit. Can I look at it like maybe a missed opportunity potentially, right, for Tank Davis? Maybe, but are you really going to trip? Because I think it's only reason to panic or be paranoid if he's not what he need to be on fight night. Then maybe you look at, oh man, maybe that's why you didn't do the media workout. Shit ain't right. But other than that, bro, I ain't, man, whatever. Like, all right, okay. He didn't do it. Is he going to be at the fight? That's all that matters. Is he going to show up come fight night? That's all that really matters. And as long as he do that, I ain't got no reason to be losing my damn mind about it, you know? Shout out to my guy, A, man, in the super chat as well as supporting in the Cash App. Much love to my guy. Shout out to my guy. So we'll see, man. I don't see it being a big deal. I know people gonna take it, run with it. I'm just not big on making huge deals out of shit that's small. Like I said, maybe there's people that genuinely wanted to see a little bit more of them. You know what I'm saying? Was looking forward to that little like interaction face to face, maybe the media scrum where you're able to ask some questions. Like I said, film them a little bit, hitting the bag. Like it's content for people. So maybe that robs people out of their opportunity to get off some content or whatever the case. But I think as long as when he show up on fight night, he go out there and do what he normally do. I think ain't nobody going to be tripping about him not hitting the bag for a couple rounds. That's all I'm saying. Shout out to my baby girl, showing much love in the super chat. Says 76 people in here. Y'all listen to Jusdu talk for 4 hours at a time. At least we can do is support him. Listen to the baby girl. He read all y'all questions and how allow y'all to come up and engage with him when it comes. Damn, you long when it comes to this boxing content. Bet Tank don't holler, Keyshawn. Oh, yeah, she feeling good, y'all. Baby girl feeling good, man.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your Jusdu.
Shout out to my baby girl, man. Appreciate you. Man, appreciate you. At least he talked this time. Yeah, last time he didn't show up. Yeah. As long as you don't get the bubble duck guts, like Kid Awesome, cool with it. Yeah, Tank gonna be there. He is the show. Like it'll be too many people disappointed if he don't make the, you know what I'm saying? So ain't no way that's happening. But look, maybe he going right back to training, working. I don't know. I just know certain little aspects of this particular fight since it's been announced has been much different than anything you typically see from Tank. So I think boxing fans are like creatures of habit, the same way these fighters are creatures of habit. Like we're just used to seeing what we're used to seeing, right? We don't really care for change. So when you see something that looks like it's outside the norm, we go crazy, or sometimes we panic or overreact. You know what I mean? Like you don't see nobody up on stage. Everybody, oh, he fired Calvin. Like next thing you know, you see Calvin in there training him and he's saying it's all good. Like we always overreact when we see something that don't look like how it normally look in boxing, or if it's just something that we're not accustomed to. So like I said, he was somebody, I think he was one of the better trainers in boxing than Barry Hunter, a no nonsense guy. He know how to get Tank to tick, and I think he know how to, get fighters to respond, right? So he in good hands, and I believe they at the point where they probably all got somewhat of some input on what's going on, right? They're all involved to a certain degree. So I think he in good hands. I think he gonna be ready to go out there and fight. And I don't think him switching trainers or any of that is gonna matter because it's somebody that he's already familiar with. Man, shout out to Mr. Boxing Fanatic. Says, salute, Jusdu. I gotta admit, you're a real down-to-earth type of dude and keep shit fair and unbiased, man. I appreciate that. Stressed out boxing, my guy. Gotta keep it like that. I feel like, however many people is ever in here, y'all don't want to listen to nobody sit up here and just be one-sided. You just, like I say, man, maybe, people, when they hear me speak, they know I just enjoy this shit, and that's how I try to deliver the content. And a way to let you know I really rock with boxing. I'm not here to make nobody look bad. This is what it is. I want to see a good fight this Saturday. And like I said, Gary Antuanne Russell did his media workout, right? He looked sharp. He looked ready to go. He's saying that he's going to bring out some other tools, to get this job done against Rayo. He said they got something for him, man. Gary Russell Jr. was excited, screaming and yelling that they got something for Rayo. And he going to bring, he going to go in his bag this time, his bag of tricks for Rayo. So this is something you want to see. But I was saying it earlier because shout out to my guy, Claymore Rain. They was over there building on it. And I said this. I said he needs to find a way to show these wrinkles that he have in his game, like show his arsenal. Whatever little nuances or different levels to his game, he got to find a way to show that shit without putting himself at a disadvantage. Because, and what I'm saying is, he's normally an aggressive guy. He want to come forward, be in your chest, like break you down, wear you down, get you out of there, right? Gary Antuanne Russell, aggressive. He ain't for no play. He don't play with his food. He get in there and get to it. So, you know, he want to find some balance with still being that guy, as well as showing any little wrinkle to his game that he looking to show against Rayo. He can't put himself at a disadvantage. You've seen fighters do it a bunch of times, you know, try to change some shit that's not really broke, try to fix something that's not broke. That shit go left for him, and they end up losing, getting outboxed, or looking like a different fighter. What he needs to do is find balance in between being that aggressive guy, but also being a cerebral guy that can think and make the necessary adjustments on the fly, as well as going into his bag, like I said, without putting himself at a big-ass disadvantage, because, I mean, he in there with a real one. So Rayo is coming off a good win, although that's Pitbull. He can't be in there and be one-dimensional. You get what I'm saying? Some people feel like Gary Antuanne Russell is one-dimensional, believe it or not. So I think he got more nuances to his game. I just think he's been on that hot knockout streak, just getting rid of guys, so he ain't really had the need to go in that bag. I think you've seen him try to do it to a degree against Puyo, but it almost looked forced, and it looked like a little bit too late. So what I'm saying is he got to work on that. And hopefully that him and Gary Jr. been able to like really be in the lab putting together work that's going to really put that man in a position to look better, because they kind of been taking a hit. Gary is out of sight, out of mind. His brother came back in the mix with a big fight, with an upcoming fight. And he, you know, they just ain't been looking like the same Russells, right? And people almost counting them out. I'm looking forward to seeing if Gary Antuanne Russell could become a champion Saturday. This is his second chance. He lost against Puyo. He got a chance, or Puello, however you want to say it, Alberto Puello. You know who I'm talking about. He lost to that guy who's also going to be on the card fighting Sandor Martin. So he get another opportunity at a title. Rayo has been beat, so therefore he is beatable. We seen his chin get tested before. We seen him get knocked out before. We also seen him box his ass off and win. We also seen him put Chris Colbert to absolute bed, right? We seen this shit. So he in there with a real one. I think he's training with Robert. Is he training with Robert Garcia? I think so. I think he is. So he looked better. Like I was saying that earlier, he looked like he believes in what he's being taught in the gym. Looked like he was willing to show those little extra wrinkles in his game. And as a result, he got one of the clearest cut victories that he could have ever gotten in his career. Beat Pitbull with relative ease, got his ass up out of there. He didn't stop him, but outboxed him cleanly. Now he get a chance to see if he can do it with a much bigger, more physical guy, I think, in Gary Antuanne Russell, who's stronger, hit harder, and I think is more versatile than a Pitbull. I don't think Gary Antuanne Russell is one-dimensional. I just think this should be the fight where he could obviously come out there and showcase that he's not one-dimensional. My only hopes for him is he's able to do it without putting himself at a huge disadvantage. And both of these dudes could crack. We seen both guys. Well, we seen Rayo do some boxing. Let's see if Gary Antuanne Russell can make the necessary adjustments and do some boxing. Shout out to my dog, Cal Cooler, gifting the 10 memberships, man. Much love, much appreciation.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well, right. well, I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Big shout out to my guy, Cal Cooler. Pardon me, man. Baby do having a temper tantrum in the back. Kevin, what's good with it, bro? Shout out to you, man. He says, is it me or did Roach time look off in the pad work? It could be like that sometimes. It could be like that. It could be like that. Shout out to my dog. Shout out to my dog, man. A1 Hoops on. He said, Miss Just Do. Nope. Keyshawn is ass. And if you time me out, I hope you grow a big nose hair. Shout out to A1. Shout out to my dog, A1. My God, appreciate you, bro. Much love. And here's the baby girl. back in the super chat. So here you go. Getting 111 likes. Here goes the money to match your likes, to put my money where my mouth is. Become a member to my king. Tank Keyshawn ain't scared of you. Send him the contract. All right, I'm going to chill. Sub to the channel. Just Do does have merch. Y'all know she love her guy, Keyshawn. Big shout out to my baby girl for the love.
If I was Floyd and he was me, he wouldn't never have to fight again because that exhibition shit, as me being his little brother, hey, little bro, we finna do 10 rounds, and we both gonna get 100+ million for it,
right?
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
right.
well, I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due,
right?
And
shout out to my baby girl. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody that's hitting this super chat and cash app. Big shout out to my homie, Big Drop Dre, with the 5-piece support. See you Friday, man. Much love to my guy, man. Hope to see y'all in the building at the meet and greet. We're going to have some fun, man. Let's have some fun. Let's link up. Let's eat some food. Let's have a good kickback and have some real good fun. Shout out to Big Drop Dre, my brethren, in the cash app. Much love, man. Gonna keep rolling. So, yeah, man. Flossy Sports TV, what it do, man? Great fights. I don't care what anyone says. Damn, y'all all going to the fight. We got this meet and greet going on, man. So we gonna have fun with that. Some of the people going to the fight, I'm still undecided whether I want to call the fight or not, but we're gonna work it out. We're gonna figure it out. But I do hope to see some of y'all in the building Friday for sure, man. So we can have some fun. Shout out to my guy Flossie. Yeah, baby dude is a super cry baby, mama's boy. I'm gonna go clothesline him when I get up off of here. Shout out to my dog, A1 Hoops on. He said, hey, did she time me out left before she started shooting? And Keyshawn going to bed. If he stepping there with Tank, tell her to bed. Appreciate you, A1. Much love, my guy. I don't even know if she though. You know she had to with her boy Keyshawn. But nah, man. Look, I'm a real boxing junkie, bro. I would want to see any of them fights, preferably Shakur first, like we always say. But I'm not against seeing Keyshawn fight him. The only problem that I know will end up being an issue, I feel like, in the fight as of right now, is inexperience. And I'm not saying it wouldn't be a good fight if they was the ones fighting Saturday, right? But that's the goal. If you're Keyshawn, the goal is not to fight your biggest fight and just fight a good fight or compete, is to win. And for me, there's a certain level of experience that I need to see him gain. Like, right, you got a title, right? Like, get some defenses, things like that. And you really want to see how he approached different situations before going into a fight that's that big. You get what I'm saying? That's just being genuine and real. That shit would be extremely difficult. You don't want to take fights just because you feel like you'll do well. You want to take fights that you feel like you're going to win. And all I'm saying is not that, anything can happen in a fight, but you want to go in there with no Tank Davis off no damn luck. You want to go in there being for sure as one could be, that, look, I've done everything in my possible to be prepared for this opportunity. I can't say with just 13 fights that's absolutely the case. I'm not saying he ain't crossed every T and dotted every I up until this point. He's done phenomenal with the opportunities that he's been given and provided with, right? He's shining right now. But if I'm pushing him as a fighter, I'm getting him as much experience as I can. And the minute that fight makes sense, then that's where I'm at with it. You get what I'm saying? That's right where I'm at with it. Let's make it. But I know he's ambitious. He's on call for Tank. He should, but be prepared, because you never know when that call gonna happen, or you never know. You might be the guy that he call out after the fight. You just never know. So I'm not against seeing no fights. Y'all know if I had to take my pick, which one I want to see. It is what it is. Let's see what he give us, though. You know what I'm saying? We know Tank got his way about how he want to move and how he look at himself as a fighter, right? So let's just see. Let's see. But I said it before. I think the business side of it is very important to understand when trying to put together a fight that is going to be, consistent of Tank Davis being a part of it, right? It's just, I ain't saying the rules are just different, but, business got to make sense, man. He got to get paid. Shit got to make sense, man. Shout out to Lee. What it do? See how much common the chat is while boxing. I could be stressing y'all out, huh? Shout out to my guy, hey man, appreciate all y'all. But yeah, like I said, man, I think one of the best fights on this card is Gary Russell and Rayo. And I think it's like the 50-50 type fight. Rayo showed a lot of people that he had different wrinkles to his game, that he can box and move and be consistent doing it and look good doing it, right? He did that against Pitbull, one-dimensional ass. Now, I don't think it'll be easy for him to take that same approach with Gary Antuanne. I think Gary Antuanne is going to push the pace. He's a much bigger physical specimen. I think with more nuances and wrinkles to his game, more things that he can do, more dimensions to his game. I'm willing to say that. Let's see if he can show it without hurting himself and putting himself behind the 8 ball. And keep in mind that both of these dudes could crack. So at any given time, somebody could get hurt and knocked out in this fight. You get me? So it's going to be, I think that's one of the best fights on the card for sure, if not the best. Then you got matchup-wise, right? Matchup-wise. Then you got Tellez against J-Rock. Is this going to be the fight where J-Rock hang him up? Is he going to give us that speech at the end of the night? Like, hey, look, I had a good run. I'm about to go spend some time with family. Like, is he going fishing? Well, as my bro Skills be saying, is he going fishing with AB after this or what? Like, what's about to go on? You know what I'm saying? So, is he going to have a vintage performance, right? Is he going to be the older vet that you know, put the young boy in check and stop him from, you know, you get me? Is he going to be able to do that? Is he going to be able to put the youngin in check? I don't know. He got his work cut out for him for sure. It's not going to be an easy fight, bro. He got a lot that he got to deal with, man. The younger definitely going to try to press the issue. I definitely think he's going to look to knock J-Rock out, test his conditioning to see how much he still got left as an older fighter. That's what I think his game is going to be. And it got to be up for J-Rock and Brad, man, not to let that shit happen. That shit can't happen at all. You get what I'm saying? You got to kick some ass. And it's going to be tough, man. Tellez got Ronnie Shields with him. That's going to play out in his favor. Brad Mann's a hell of a trainer too, but he's just working with a much older vehicle in J-Rock, and it might be hard for him to get to that level that he need him to get to, that he was once at before. I just don't know. Opulent LDTV blessings, Brody. How you feeling, family? Gonna baptize that boy. I'll be in the gym with him. Yeah, it's gonna be a long night for J-Rock. But let's see, man. Let's see if J-Rock got what it take to push the youngin to make it a tough fight. The only issue for me, J-Rock is 34. He don't have to do this. Like I said, how motivated, how hungry is he still? I know he's a competitor. I've never seen him get in the ring and not compete in any of his losses. He's always competed. You know what I'm saying? So even the knockout losses, but out of the 4 losses, 3 of them was by knockout. He got the scar tissue around the eyes that ain't, you know, been too nice to him. Adamas was able to stop him in the 9th. That was his last loss. He since then got a, you know, 2nd round TKO. And now he's in there with Tellez, the 24-year-old that got Ronnie Shields in his corner, y'all. It's not going to be an easy night. It is not going to be an easy night. Yeah, I'm rooting for J-Rock just not to get completely like, you know, like I like him, bro. I don't want to see him just get, you know, ran out of the arena type deal. I really want to see him put on and, you know, have a really good showing, bro. I really want to see that. I mean, I ain't saying he got to win. I ain't rooting against Tellez, but I do want to see guys give it their best bet. You know what I mean? I mean, the best shot. I don't want to see him just look like, I don't want to feel sad like, damn, this another one of the, you know, this another one of the damn vets of the game that's on his way out, even though that's pretty much the case because he's an older guy. I'm pretty sure he ain't going to hang around for too much longer being 34. Like I said, already being financially secure, stable, and then having kids. Like, you want time to be able to spend with those kids. You get what I'm saying? You want time to be able to spend with them kids. Shout out to my dog A1 Hoops on back in the super chase. Said Keyshawn still the undisputed blink champ of hard blinking as went from dreadhead to Martin Luther King Jr. with the 8 hours. Get her A1. Get her A1. Man, that's funny, man. So yeah, man. Tellez, that's what he up against, yo. Is he gonna be able to fight the young man up off him? And my guy behind the hands TV, done been in the gym. He see Tellez work. He out in that area, seeing quite a few of those guys put in work in that gym, and I take his word for it, man. Watched Joannis and Marquise Tellez last Saturday. J-Rock going to the other room, bro. Damn, man, you stupid, man. He said got a screenshot. Hey, more super chats like tank tweets. Right, them, he just pop up. He always got something wild to say, bro. He wild, man. I appreciate all the support, though, from everybody that hit the super chat. My baby girl included, showing out big time, and everybody that hit the cash app. We appreciate y'all supporting this here grind. Big shout out to my dog, Cal Cooler, too, for gifting them 10 memberships. If any of y'all get a membership, make sure y'all thank my brother, Cal Cooler, because he made sure that y'all, became members, and he helping me grow this channel of mine, man. So I shout out to everybody that's a member. We appreciate y'all. Ace, my guy. And then we got Sandor Martin, y'all, and Alberto Puello. That's the same guy that beat Gary Antuanne Russell, right? So that's what we in for Saturday. Where is this at? Where is this joint at? I thought I had a picture of the fight and who was there, but yeah, Sandor Martin and Puello. It's a solid card. Yeah, it's a solid card. Is it a blockbuster? No, but gotta think it wasn't gonna be as good as what it could have been if you got the main event not on his original option. Whether he on number 2, 3, 4, 6, 18. He's not at the initial plan A, so the card was already gonna take some sort of a hit, if you ask me. So I just ain't tripping about it, bro. I just enjoy boxing. They're good matchups on the card. Sandor Martin is a vet in the game. He's been in there with some of the who's the T.O.'s, the Mikey Garcia. He beat Mikey. You know what I'm saying? T.O. arguably beat him too. So this is his opportunity to see if he can put himself in the mix at 140, right? He a lot of experience. He's scrappy, counter punching type of guy. Let's see if who wins out of that. I think that's going to be an interesting scrap too. Kind of a chess match. Probably won't be the most aesthetically pleasing fight to the eye, but I think it's boxing. It'll be a good fight, I think. I think guys are do their best, bro, to make it a good fight. I don't think either guy's coming in there to lay down and look crazy. And real quick, circling back to Rayo and Russell, look, this is one of the polls that I had stole from Premier Boxing Champs. I just happened to catch their poll. And check this out. How will Valenzuela versus Russell end? 32% say Rayo by KO, 25% Russell by KO, 27% Rayo by decision, and 15% Russell by decision. J-Boxing, what it do, my guy? That's interesting. Let's see if the people be right. The highest percentages with Rayo getting a KO. I don't know if he'll knock out Gary. This would be interesting. I think they both got the power to hurt each other. I think whoever start getting off first, man, is whoever set the tone early, I think is going to be the person that wins the fight, right? Or whoever can make the better adjustments if need be, right? It's just one of them pick'ems, man. I'm not rooting against Rayo, but something in me is rooting for Gary Antuanne Russell because of the hit that they've taken as a team, right? As a family, it's been like rough for them, right? And he got counted out at the one. All he had to do was lose once. He garbage. He one-dimensional. He got out by. It's crazy how we do fighters as soon as they lose. This kid was running around with 100% KO ratio with all wins. First time he lose, we throw him away. You get what I'm saying? And that's why I say sometimes knockouts could be the best and worst thing to happen to you. It's like a double-edged sword. Yeah, you getting those knockouts, you being excited, and people talking about you, but not enough people was talking about you, and you're expected to keep that out and keep that up. And the very first time that you don't get a knockout, how you supposed to, or how the people feel like you're supposed to, because that's what you've been doing, they call you one-dimensional, they write you off, and then they throw you away. So for that reason is why I'm rooting for Gary Antuanne Russell. It's nothing against Rayo. I like him as a fighter. I don't really have a dog in the race. Like I say, per se, I'm not rooting against, but for those reasons, I if I had to pick and say who I want to win, it'd be Gary Antuanne. It really would. I would love to see him become a champion this Saturday, this weekend. I think he can do it with the right game plan. Let's see if him and Big Bro been really in the lab, because that's what he said. He said he got something for El Rayo. Let's see if he really got something for Rayo. Let's see it. I'm looking forward to a good fight. That could still the show, so to speak, right? But Tank ain't going for that, right? So let's see it. Shout out to my guy Ty, man. He said Keyshawn super easy work for Tank, Miss Just. Man, y'all coming out, baby girl. So let's see, man, if we're going to come back to this poll at a later date. Let's see who was right. You know, let's see if Russell can get the stoppage or the decision. Or let's see if Ryan can get the stoppage or decision and keep his belt. But I like the sound of Russell becoming the champion, bro. I like it. I like the sound of that. Him becoming a world champion Saturday. With holding that heavy wrench. See, crazy. Shout out to my guy, Ty. Appreciate you, bro. I'm looking forward to that fight. I think it will be a good one. For however long it goes, absolutely. Reign of peace to the queen. I think so too, bro. Hey, man, this is something I wanted to touch on real quick while we wrapping up. Shout out to everybody rocked out to the end of the show. Appreciate all the support, man. We had a hell of a live like we always do. And we're going to keep building. But I noticed that Stephen Fulton was getting a lot of flack for his outfit design or what he decided to come to the ring with the jeans and the Timbs. And to see that, you know, the result of him doing this stuff was, you know, Timberland loved his boxing boots and now they're in talks for an endorsement deal. Talk about winning, bro. You love to see this. Why? Because this man got knocked out and then his own family went against him. His mom said, well, there go my house. He had put that on Twitter. I know it hurt him to his core to think like, damn, people just in it to see what they can get from you. I felt that. I really felt that. And that just made me a true, genuine supporter of his even more. Wanting me to see him win. I know he had a tough comeback fight against Carlos Castro after getting stopped by Inoue. He got dropped in that fight. People thought the writing was on the wall. A lot of people counted him out. I didn't. I thought that he still had more to offer. He got in there in a rematch with Brandon Figueroa, who I myself thought would be a tougher fight, but he would still win. A lot of people picked him to get stopped late. He outclassed Brandon Figueroa and barely lost a round, if any. And then on top of that, his outfit choice led to him potentially, you know, well, in talks for having an endorsement deal. That's winning in his highest order. If you can't root for Cool Boy, you see how they was throwing him away after getting knocked out by Inoue. He's soft, he's scary, he don't got no power, he fought scared. It's like, bro, they just trashed him. And this dude had one of the best resumes in any fighter, you know what I mean, in his position with like 21, 22 fights. He had about 8, 9 undefeated guys on his record. So he just didn't get enough respect from the people. They kind of threw him away disrespectfully threw him away. And it's good to see him not only bounce back against Carlos Castro, but it just showed you where people's minds was at. They thought he was finished, and he cooked Brandon Figueroa in that rematch. Looked good doing it. Became a two-time world champion, 2-division world champion. Now he right back where he need to be, bro. You gotta love it for Cool Boy, and then to get a endorsement deal potentially from an outfit that he decided to wear. You gotta salute that, man. You gotta champion that type of shit right there. Gotta be happy to see somebody winning in that way. Real quick, man. Little news flash for little update from Errol Spence. Errol Spence, Big Fish getting tired of y'all, man. Big Fish getting tired of y'all, bro. He said some of y'all used he washed too loosely. He said post your mama so you can see what wash really is. Hey, man, Earl jumped on Twitter and chose violence, bro. Earl jumped on Twitter and chose violence, man. He tired of y'all keep talking about he washed. He talking to y'all. That all y'all throwing him away at the one loss like y'all did Cool Boy. Yeah, y'all all bogus for that. Every last one of y'all bogus for that. Earl said, I done had enough of y'all talking crazy from y'all keyboards, bro. Post y'all mamas real quick. I'm trying to see something. That's what EJ saying. Post y'all moms real quick. Let's see who really washed, G. You get me? Because let's be real quick, though. People act like you can't lose no fights. Man, EJ going to have life after boxing. You think people going to be running around talking about he washed in life? He going to be a winner in life. He already won. So I'm still rocking with you, EJ. Hopefully you get back in the ring at some point sooner than later. This year, preferably. Hope you get back fight and win. I really do. I'm rooting for you. But this is classic EJ right here. Classic EJ. Get him. Sick him, Big Fish. And get your ass back in the ring when you ready, of course. Get your ass back in the ring. Had to talk about that. And hold on. Yeah, Earl was on one right there, man. He was on one. Oh man, we're gonna have to revisit. We're gonna have to revisit Schofield tomorrow, y'all. Pardon me. We're gonna revisit Schofield tomorrow. We're gonna revisit Schofield tomorrow for sure. EJ a fool. But this is the last thing I wanted to bring up for the day, y'all. My homie had sent this to me because we know we always be talking about these boxers behind the scenes and all of the difficulties, all the shit that they go through that we just unaware of, or we just don't identify with because we don't have to deal with it, right? We don't have to go through it, so we don't care that they go through these things. And look, this is an Olympic bronze medalist. I think we all know who she is, and O'Shea Jones. And I'm not saying it's only speculation, but I'm not gonna go too far with it. But I just wanted to highlight this because if I'm not mistaken, she's still undefeated. I know I'm not mistaken on that. I believe she's a champion. She has a version of a title. If I'm not mistaken, I got to double check to see which one she owed. Pardon me for not having that information on hand ahead of time. But look what she just said, like on her story, like I'm done boxing. It's cool while it lasted. Like people see that stuff and they really don't think that these fighters go through shit. You get what I'm saying? And they really go through shit. And it's just, it could be a plethora of different reasons as to why she would say this, right? It's a plethora of reasons, man. Yeah, Errol went for the mamas, Cal. But just to see how successful she's been, like she's had amateur success. She's got a bronze medal. She's had success as a professional. I believe she's a champion and undefeated at that. And still, this is something that even because I don't expect it to be done. I'm just hoping. I meant to reach out to her and just send her like a positive note. I'm one of them people because I know this had to be real. When you say this, you probably some shit that's outside of her control. That's frustrating. And this is the side I think that we don't speak of enough, man, that these people really go through shit that is really tough to really invest and put your eggs in a basket and say, yo, I'm going to box for a living. I'm going to do this shit. It's not easy, bro. Like, and you see it with shit like this. You see this often from fighters. You're starting to see it a little bit more, like the frustration with the game, whether it's politics, the business of it, how they being moved. I don't know what her problems could be because she doing her thing. But how it look is not always how it is. And I'm not saying her situation is bad, but I hope that this was just her dealing with something and going through a time. And, this is just how she felt in that time. Like, the hell with this. But goes to show you how difficult it is. And you talking about an Olympian, a medalist in the Olympics. You know what I mean? Just being at the top of her game, working, being sharp, being one of the more talented female fighters in boxing. She's that. She got hands. She can fight. She got dog in her. She go for it. You know what I'm saying? She got personality. It's a lot to like about O'Shea if you're paying attention, if y'all familiar with her. But I'll say this, man. Shout out to her. Shout out to Khalil Coe, too. I believe that's his lady. Shout out to them. Dope boxing couple. Hopefully I could get him on the show, but shout out to him and her. I hope that, whatever is going on with her, she figure it out and keep boxing. I don't know what her situation is, but she's very talented. But I know it can't be easy trying to navigate the sport of boxing, especially being a female, no matter how much success you had, with her even being a bronze medalist. Clarissa talked about how she had a moment when she was about to toss her gold medal because she felt like it wasn't appreciated and how it got overshadowed by other women in other sports. Like, it's deep, yo. Like, to put your life on the line for the entertainment of people and to put everything and sacrifice everything into a sport that don't pour back into you, gotta be like heart-wrenching. You get what I'm saying? And that's the part that we don't know enough about, or we don't hear enough about, right? I would love to interview her and ask her, like, if she comfortable with talking about, like, what made her feel this way? Would it be business related? Even if she don't want to specify, just what could, go wrong where you like, man, I'm done with this shit. And it's just really interesting, man, to see that she went through that type of stuff, man. But like I said, hopefully cooler heads prevail and she continued to box because she got it. She's very talented, man. Shout out to my dog, A1 Hoops on. He said, Miss do think Keyshawn was a handsome mop when he has dreads. Now he like a deacon from corner store with that 5 heartbeat fro. Keyshawn playing Norbert 2026. That Norbert is wild.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Big shout out to my dog A1 Hoops on, man. I appreciate that support, homie. Appreciate you, bro. You coming from my guy, Key. Salute just my G. I'm going to catch the replay. Tune in, Pooh the Kid. Much love, dog. My guy, as always, bro.
What? This not funny. How am I supposed to get home? Hold on. Sit down. Hold on. Here. $2. Take the train.
Take the train. By the way, y'all, everybody that's getting a timeout, that's like a friendly family love tap timeout. Don't take it as she really timing you out like she mad. She just a fool when it come to Keyshawn. Keyshawn make her do some crazy things, y'all. So y'all got to pardon Miss Do for her trigger finger. You get me? For her trigger finger. Oh, she quick on the trigger, you know. Shout out to Pooh the K. Said, put the fight on. Tank versus Keyshawn. Late summer. Talk about it, G. Talk
and
about
we ain't never
it,
got
man.
to box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Talk about it, my guy, man. Yeah, put the fight on, man. Legacy remains. Everything else fades. Shout out to my guy. What's good? Appreciate you, bro. Shout out to everybody that rocked out, man. I felt the same way. Quite sure they haven't changed their tune now. Right, man. Yeah, I hope, yeah, like I said, I hope O'Shea, you know, works through whatever it is she dealing with. Hopefully cooler heads prevail and she stay down till she come up, because she got a ton of talent and I like her. But yeah, put the fight on. Let's keep pushing boxing. Let's keep building on boxing. Let's keep giving these fighters they just do. I don't care if nobody else do it. We do it over here. We one of one. We give people they just do. We try to build the sport in a responsible way, and we have fun doing it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to O'Shea Jones, man. Wishing her the best moving forward, and I hope she able to work out whatever it is that she dealing with. Like I said, man. And shout out to the homie Khalil Cole. But yeah, put the fight on. I ain't against seeing none of these fights. You dig me? A1 Hoops gonna say Keyshawn's an extra that didn't make it in Harlem Nights. Keyshawn got that. What? 18-12 pro. Keyshawn Eddie Griffin Jr., but not funny. He gunning my guy, Keyshawn. Gunning my guy. 5 on it. Appreciate you, A1. Appreciate all the support as well, homie. Draper, what it do, homie? How you feeling? Looking at Roach's stance, the knockout is going to be viral. Yeah, I think his willingness to stand in the pocket longer than needed to, I think that could work against him too, Draper, but we'll see. I think it'll be interesting as long as it lasts. I'm saying 8 to 10. That's my prediction, 8 to 10. I think it will go a bit later. I could be wrong, could be sooner, but I'm going to say comfortably at 8 to 10. Tank said 9, I'm going to say 8 to 10. He could be a round off. Maybe it'd be 8. Or instead of it being 9, it'd be 10, right? So he's going to either be around sooner or later. That's what I'll be thinking. That's possible. Or he could do a spot on the round that he say. So we'll see. But much respect to Lamont Roach. He got a fair chance to go out there and pull off the upset. Let's see if he can have his Buster Douglas moment, as he called it, right? Because he's really going to have to work to get that. Just what it is. It's my opinion, he's going to have to work. Sean the businessman, Drez had to go. Kevin called him Lester Brown. Said Kevin called him Lester Brown is crazy. 6 round. Draper said he got the 6. So Tank didn't do the open media workout. And look, take a foot check, man. A footnote, y'all. We rain check on this Schofield damage control. We're gonna get into his interview that he did on the Boxing Voice. We're gonna listen to that. And we really just gonna highlight how he put his own foot in his mouth and how he single-handedly, with his big mouth, putting his son's career in a very odd space. And he out here talking about title shots, then he talking about tune-ups, but he talking about how they gonna be a free agent. So they got all of this stuff worked out. You about to be a free agent, but they already got a title shot lined up for you. But before that title shot, you're gonna get a tune-up. It's just too many lies. The story, he don't never tell the story the same way twice. He switch it up from platform to platform. That shit just go according to, you get what I'm saying? It get weird, bro. It get weird. Shout out to my dog, man. Last one, bro. Look like Leon Phelps from Ladies Man movie. Oh, man, old Sonny Liston Jr. One is a fool, man. But look, I appreciate every last one of y'all that rocked out with your boy and supported the grind. Much love to y'all. Again, Friday is approaching very, very soon. Yeah, he did. That's the one. I covered that one live, Poi. I did that one yesterday. I was covering that one yesterday, but I'm gonna do the one from the Boxing Voice. that he did. Shout out to Ness from the Boxing Voice. He did one over there that I thought it needs to be discussed, what he was talking about. Because, again, from platform to platform, he's kind of switch up to a degree some of the stuff that he's saying. You get what I'm saying? So he do. But big shout out to my baby girl back in the super chat. I read another one. The A1 comments, and on the couch you go. LOL. You see that LOLs in big, bold letters because she know that ain't happening. She know that ain't happening. My back too bad for any of that. But yeah, y'all smash that like-ament in the buildament. You know, like my guy Jay Hardcore, like the big homie be saying. But look, it's always a dope build with y'all. What you think about Roach footwork? Honest opinion. Roach got good footwork. He know his way around the ring. My question is, do he have the foot speed to keep up with Tank? He's educated. He's an educated fighter. He's a good fighter. He's an experienced fighter. He got some experience, more experience than a lot of previous Tank opponents, and he's had a chance to call himself a world champion with a defense. So with that being said, he has good footwork, but I don't think his footwork better than Tank's, and I don't think his feet are faster. So I wonder what his foot speed going to be like, and is that going to cause trouble for him in a fight? So Roach has a solid bag, a good bag with good skills. You get what I'm saying? It's just when you look at what Tank has carved out for himself, it's hard to see somebody that already lost to a guy that we already look at that got destroyed. Like it's hard to see him coming up out of there with that hand raised and beating that guy. It's just going to be extremely difficult. You get what I'm saying? So his footwork is not bad at all. You know what I mean? He might not be fast enough for Tank, and that's going to cause a real issue. That's where the issue going to come in with the lack of foot speed in general. You know what I mean? I heard somebody say they think Roach is faster, but I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? So with that, I think he got a tough night's work. Man, she back in the super chat. Baby girl said, A1 Hoops on, you just mad because you like a low budget Marcus Canby. Then she coming for your jugular, A1. Called you Marcus Canby. Big shout out to the baby girl again back in the super chat. And like I said, y'all, much love to everybody that rocked out with your boy. Again, big shout out to Cal Cooler, gifting them 10 big memberships, man. Really helping me be a part of the, growing this build. Shout out to the queens of the chat, Melanin Queen, the dopest mind in the land. The queens, Aisha and Lisa, man. Real supporters, man. We appreciate every last one of y'all that hit that super chat and cash app. Much love to y'all, man. It's been fun. It's always a dope build. Y'all know how we do. We just build on this boxing like we always do, man. Always, man. Shout out to my dog, A1. Watched this fight with Garcia last night. He was dragging. Yeah, it's a dragging tendency. Am I tripping? Nah, he do. Nah, he do. And that could get him caught because that could be like something that Tank could pick up on, Pooh. So I know what you're talking about. They do drag their foot. I know what you're talking about. I promise you I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. Will that work against him? That's what we're going to find out. You get what I'm saying? Alan, what it do, homie? How you feeling, bro? And I appreciate, listen, like I said, I appreciate all the continued support, man. Much love to y'all holding your boy down the entire chat. And we've been building almost 4 hours in. It's been love, man. Shout out to Alan, Pooh the Kid, my guy.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well, I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Shout out to my dog, A1 Hoop Zone in the building, back in the super chat with the big 20 piece, man. Appreciate you, A1. Said, bro, look like Cat Williams that was on the news getting choked by the teenager, bro. Look like David Ruffin, long lost son. Godly, man. Roasted my guy.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well, I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Big shout out to my dog, A1. Big shout out to Kyle Cooley, man. We appreciate you, bro. Truly. And that's everybody that continues to help me build this grind and support this channel every single day, man. Much love to y'all. And like I said, for those that's going to be in the New York area, preferably the Brooklyn area, this Friday, man. Come pop up. Come pull up on us. Come have a good time. At this meet and greet, let my guy Big Drop Dre take it away. At the end of the line, y'all come tap in.
You coming to New York for the Tank Davis?
Hold on.
Hey, fight fans, are you coming to New York for the Tank Davis Lamont Roach fight? Well, the JBT is hosting a meet and greet at the Rustic Corner Bar on Myrtle Avenue in Brooklyn. Friday, February 28th from 8 p.m. to midnight. So come meet some of your favorite JBT and YouTube boxing personalities, as well as special guests. The tickets are just $30, and that covers entry and food. There will be a cash bar and door prizes. So Cash App $30 to JBT Network 1. That's JBT Network 1. Code MEAT on the comment line and reserve your spot today. Another great event brought to you by the JBT. Curtis Sewell, Treasurer.
Shout out to my homie Big Drop Dre. And like I said, man, if y'all gonna be in the Brooklyn area, y'all thinking about it, come pull up on us, come have a good time. Y'all interested in meeting some of the family, seeing what we about. We ain't just talking heads. We real people behind these icons and stuff. So we hope to see some of y'all in the building so we could have us a good time, man. What the young kids say, make a movie. And I mean, it's gonna be a movie. That's what they say. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna kick it, chill. Arena, you talking about the Breakfast Club interview? I think you talking about the Breakfast Club. I was just playing that one before you got in here. They had suspended the stream for a few minutes. I'm gonna have to fix that when I exit out of here, but it's all good. I think you talking about the Breakfast Club interview though. Yeah, I was playing that one in here. We had fun with that, and we had fun with that, and we showed what Lamont Roach was on in that particular interview. Now I got the Schofield joint that's coming up for tomorrow that we're going to have to get to because he just be talking crazy, man. Out to my baby girl back in the super chat. She said, hey, one who said, you just mad. She's like, Eddie came nice like this. I wish raindrops would fall. She's roasting my guy, A1. Much love to my baby girl for the 20-piece showing love, man. Supporting the grind. Look, man, I appreciate y'all having y'all, y'all little wars, little money wars. I love it, though. Appreciate the support in a huge way, even for my baby girl.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Shout out to my guy, man. Said, man, in the Cash App, man. Supporting the grind as well. He said for morning coffee, my G. And you know what? I'm gonna make sure I do get me one too. I really am. Appreciate that, Sad. Much love. Much love to my guy. Appreciate you, baby girl. Said Keyshawn, Miss dude got the same hairdo after bad perm.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Man, much love, man, to my guy, man. Yeah, and shout out to Poodle Kid, man, again for the 5-piece in the cash. We rocking, we rolling, yo. Much love, yo. Yeah, then they in here just having a good old grand old time. Can't imagine D1 after a few. Bet the man come out, have fun Saturday. Oh, for the record, far as D1, one thing about D1, bro, I know he seems super intense online. He pretty much is the same in real life, but it's not offensive to nobody that you're gonna be around. D1, like you get a few, he gonna chill, he gonna talk boxing, he gonna kick it. His energy, he got really good energy in person, bro. Really good energy, and he's just a smart, cool dude, bro. D1 is a cool dude, and he be the same way in real life though. He be turned. D1 be turned, but he ain't like no fool about it. Like he gonna go out and be obnoxious. Dude gonna really have fun. He gonna vibe out with you. You gonna see just how solid he is as a person, bro. He really, really solid. And that go for the rest of the family. That's the JR Core, Big Drop Dre, Al Booger. Shout out to him. Got a chance to meet him. Tim Layton, another one in the family. Senior. Shout out to my guy Senior. We got a bunch of good, solid, real people that y'all could come out here and come out and have some fun with for sure. So I really do hope to see y'all in the building. Hope everything goes according to plan so everybody can make it to the event. I hope Saturday is a successful event for boxing. I just want to see boxing keep winning. You know what I mean? Shout out. I was gonna say something about Keyshawn, but don't want to see you on the couch. It's all good, big drop. She just got to deal with it, man. We had fun. We know we see over here. We had fun. We talk shit. A1 been doing this since I know him. Been supporting, like cracking jokes, and that's just something he do. But it's always in good fun. And over here, we rock with boxing. So if you listening to the voice, if you new, make sure you sub to the channel. Go share the live. Go tell people that Just Do come on every day, Monday through Friday at 4 p.m. And we build on boxing. We don't do content creator beef. We just build boxing. We show love where it's shown to us. Shout out to everybody that's doing their thing. Shout out to the JBT family. Everybody rocking with us. Congrats to Al Booger winning the Tank Davis and Lamont Roach ticket. He wasn't expecting it. That's a good gift for him. I mean, you for $10, you can't beat it. It's a really good raffle, and I'm glad that y'all participated, and we appreciated y'all. So just gonna keep building. Now we got one more. You know, y'all got an opportunity to come out and have some fun with us this Friday, man. So like I said, I hope that I do get to see y'all in the building because we gonna have some fun. You already know. Shout out to my baby girl, man. And with all the smoke, OG, Kush, pre-roll, or edible, don't back down. Theme music, me. Oh my God. Baby girl over there having a time, ain't you? Ain't you? Appreciate you.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your Just Do.
Shout out to my baby girl. All the continued support. Having fun in the super chat. Shout out to A1. Side by side, Keyshawn, Miss Do, you would think it's anime after the cake scene. Keyshawn starring in color purple, Miss Do in 2026. You a fool, bro. You's a fool, man. You's a fool. Shout out to A1, man. Again, appreciate the support, homie.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your Just Do.
Shout out to A1, my bad. Shout out to my guy. Did I miss something? I think I did, though. I might have. Oh, I don't think so. I'm good. But again, appreciate y'all. All my life I had to fight. You crazy. Yeah, to that man. Love to see my dog just getting his Just Do. Appreciate you, Pooh. But you see, baby girl, she on one today. Talking junk. he said Gary Jr. be in the corner like, look, Slip, you gotta slip slide on the runny side, shorty. Yeah. That's how you gonna be in there with his brother. Hopefully though they can go out there and put together a great win though, cause man, yo, he take a loss. I don't know where he go with a loss, man. Yeah, she's something else, man. And again, big shout out to the number one supporter, baby girl, Miss Do, but everybody else, cause every contribution is appreciated. So again, shout out to y'all, man, and all the super chats and the cash apps. We appreciate it. There's been another dope build for us. Boxing continues to be dope. We're going to revisit Schofield tomorrow, and whatever else we miss, we're going to scrape the plate. Nigel Benn, just to close out, Nigel Benn had a message for Chris Eubank. Let me see. Do I got that in here?
You didn't just get slapped with egg in your ass.
Conor can do 12 rounds at pace. And you know what? If he wants to come in there at 60% against my son, mate. And you know what it is, Chris? I want to apologize to you because I remember you saying, that I was disrespectful to your dad. So I'm sorry if I offended you saying that I hate your dad. I don't hate your dad because you know what it is? Through my stupidity. That was my stupidity. I'm a 61-year-old man, and you know what? I thank God for having Chris in my life because at the end of the day, we've done so much. We've left you lot to carry on the legacy. So at the end of that, but I apologize for what I said about hating your dad. I really don't. But because you was going on about it, and at the end of the day, I just want to let you know, I'm sorry. But retribution is coming your way, mate. I'm telling you. It is coming your way, mate. He's going to hit you so many times with a left, you're going to be crying for a right. He's going to hit you so many times, you're going to think you're surrounded. I'm telling you, mate.
That's what I want to hear. I don't want to hear apologies. I want to hear how your son's going to beat you.
He's going to put it on you, mate. And I'm so confident, so confident, mate.
So confident, mate. So confident, mate. Suffering succotash, bro. You got an egg tucked in his jaw, don't he? You got that thick ass tongue, bro. Put the cream on. That's crazy. Shout out to everybody though. Much appreciation. But that was Nigel Benn responding to Chris Eubank for the egg incident. He's saying his son gonna hit him so many times, he gonna feel like he's surrounded. He gonna hit him with so many lefts, he gonna be begging for it, right? So that shit all sound good. I do think it's gonna be an entertaining fight, but I think they better be smart and not overlook Chris Eubank. He's tricky. He can fight. He got some power. He got experience. He can box a bit. He knows his way around the ring, so it ain't gonna be easy for neither guy. But that's my time on this one, man. Another 4-hour live dope build in the books. Appreciate all the support. Hope to see y'all at the Rustic Corner Bar, Myrtle Ave, Friday, 8 p.m. to 12. Come have fun. Come pull up a chair and pull up. Catch a vibe. Eat some good food, music. Meet some solid people, and just be a part of the movement, man. We appreciate all y'all. All the continued support. Shout out to everybody. T-shirts coming out soon, and we going to keep building. So with that, enjoy the rest of this good Wednesday, and I'll see everybody tomorrow, 4 p.m. Beat me here so we can have some fun. Peace to the fam.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes. Got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it. This channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme's sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. $4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
In the building. Make sure y'all subscribe to Jusdueboxing, the best boxing talk on YouTube.
Jusdueboxing in the building, 4 o'clock shorty, man. Y'all make sure y'all check him out. He's going to be live today at 4 o'clock, man. And he's going to be spewing some good stuff as he always do with an unbiased approach, man. He's probably the most unbiased channel on YouTube.
What's going on? And one of my favorite channels, if y'all into that pugilistic perfection, if y'all into that boxing, that's that boy Jusdueboxing here on YouTube. Make sure y'all check out Jusdueboxing, the only unbiased boxing channel on YouTube, because